Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, honey bunch. How are you?
Good morning, Mukum. Good. How are you?
Good. It's been a while. What's up?
Girl, just minding my business and
How
doing
have
the
you been?
business that pays me.
That's all we do. Our who won't work job, we call it, right? We go
That's
on the
what's up.
farm and do our who won't work job. Hey, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever your time zone is. This is your girl Muko Oluma Agu, and we say welcome to the table talk. We have some interesting topic today. As you can see, partners communicating with their exes. So this is a really strong topic people has been complaining about. Join the live, tell us who you are, where you view us from, and your time zone, and make it your business as well to follow all our platforms and share the live broadcast. So we say welcome, blessing, and good morning from our end, and we say please share the live broadcast as well. So, Honey Bunch, what's up?
Nothing, Muku. How are you?
hmm
You okay?
The people waiting for your introduction.
Oh, you said what's up? You guys said I turn it over to you, honey. But so
I
yeah,
turn it over.
hi every.
That's a
Oh,
reflection from your window. If you can just
stop.
close the dark curtain, Honey Bunch, the reflection from your window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can't even see
Mom,
you.
we
So
need
just close.
sunlight, yeah, man. Don't give me hot sun.
No, well, we can see your face though.
Wait.
Hey everybody, good
Ah,
morning. Sam F. Fofana, we say morning, Sean. How are you, son? We say welcome to our live broadcast. Please share the live as well. Go ahead, Honey Bunch. It's much better.
yes. Good morning, everyone. It is a blessing to be here. For God is where He needs to be, and I just give God the glory. And I want to thank God for all of you who are going to be joining us this beautiful day to discuss some important topics. So come, let's engage, be respectful, as well as speak the truth, because that's what this platform is about, speaking the truth in love, humility, and respect. God bless all of you.
Yes, so everybody, good morning. So last week, honey, you were not here, and Rufus gonna come on later on, and Jojo's gonna be here as well. So you was not here last week, Saturday because you had congratulations, we got a new Beamer, man. When we taking a joyride. You got a
I
new
wish it,
Beamer.
well, not necessarily a Beamer, but it's a new car.
I know,
God is faithful. For me, I don't like to measure arms with anyone. I do as
Oh,
God has blessed me.
mhm.
I just because people want to be in the most luxurious car doesn't mean I have to be. But I give God the glory that for the first time in my life, I was able to, purchase 2025,
Cash?
car. First owner, yes, honey. So
Whoa, girl.
I give God the glory, because you don't have to come on Facebook to boast about what you have or what you don't have, but it's by the mercy and grace of God that you always come back to Him and give Him the glory that He deserves. So I'm humble. I give God the glory.
I brought it up, so don't worry about it. Nobody, The thing is that I know you're not talking about it, but we have to, like, people, these are accomplishment. You know how many people struggling to get to get a ride? You know how many people right now, if you look at my car, in all the lights on, just like Christmas light, all the engine light they're on, they want it to be fixed, they want it to be fixed. So it's a blessing. Jojo, welcome, welcome,
Welcome,
welcome, and we
Jojo.
turn it over to you.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
We
Hmm.
good. How are you? That voice look like it trying to come back. Hey,
She was
Well,
stretched
it's
now.
trying to get back.
my sister.
Um, I've
Hey.
been sick. I've been
Honey,
sick. I'm
why you not wearing your
recovering,
t-shirt?
but I'm
I texted
okay.
you. I can't find out their laundry to go dig. Nah, I'm doing it, Mugu. I'm sorry. That's why I said let me wear it pink. Just sorry.
Okay, go ahead, Jojo. Sorry.
Yeah, happy to be back. I've not been feeling too well, but I have to go on with my did it stuff. I missed work for almost 3 days,
Oh
Hmm.
wow.
but I'm back. I'm good. Um, I don't know the virus or whatever going around. My mom came over to
Yeah.
help me to take care of me. Then when she got home, she got exactly what I got. So she's struggling with it right now.
Oh
So it's
wow.
going around. Mhm.
Yes, me too. I've been under the weather right now. That ginger, turmeric, I got all those mixture. I've been having this muscle pain, and stuff like that. And now, the cough, that cough, oh my God. Now that boo
I
boo
still
got
got
it
the
now.
cough.
So, but we are
Yeah,
honored
the
to
cough
be
is
here
not
and
going
we are
away.
honored to be back with you guys. We apologize for the last 2, 3 weeks. We had to celebrate Jojo when we left. It was crazy, but we had so much fun, Jojo. Congratulations again. Since after the birthday, we haven't been on. We say congratulations. It's a blessing to hit the fifth floor, and it's an honor. You were celebrated, and you celebrate your birthday the way you choose to. Everybody should be able to accept whatever anybody want, and it was an honor to celebrate with you, and it's a blessing. And we pray that God will increase you as He have increased you in age. He will increase you in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and He will give you more grace and strength to raise your babies. And He will bless you with a good husband. Good husband.
Thank you, thank you.
I will, I will moisturize you, and make you feel like a real woman, girl. Take care of you. So, yeah, go ahead.
That's for sure. That is for sure. I'm happy that the Lord has blessed me to come this far. Um, my late husband was 42 when he passed away. And
Mm-hmm.
here I am 50. So I am grateful, the only parent in my kids' life. So I'm thankful that I'm healthy, I'm doing great. I'm
Mm-hmm.
grateful I celebrated my birthday the way I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I wanted it, as I look at it, it was beautiful. It was unbelievable. So if
Mm-hmm.
anyone had a problem about it, it got to be someone that jealous because I did it really beautifully. And I can't hold anything back. Everything from the hair to the toe was just beautiful. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just grateful because the Lord was in everything, including the weather, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm happy.
The weather was awesome. It was awesome. So, Honey Bunch, anything to say to Jojo before we start?
I mean, her event, she made it unique. It was for her, and I felt so proud, walking alongside you to see that resilience, that one of a kind, Jojo. Yes, I said what I said. I did what I did. I executed. I put my pen what my money is or whatever that slogan is. But girl, you did your thing. You were beautiful. And I was happy to be part of your day. You have hit 50. Many people did not even see it. Like you said, your ex-husband passed at the age of 42. And I'll always remind people that when you can open up your eyes, it's a blessing. You don't need the material things. You don't need the gratification from man. Once you are alive and you can take in that breath, breathe in, breathe out, it is the only thing that you should be grateful to God for. And plus, why not enjoy the fruit of your labor? Because God says,
Exactly.
by the fruit of your brow, the sweat of your brow, you should enjoy. So, girl, you did your thing, honey. I was proud of you and very proud
What's
of
my
you as
glasses?
well.
This is
So,
not
take
it.
care, and may God bless you with many, many more years to come.
And
I don't know why my
the only request that I have today, Jojo, please bestow that strength, that energy upon me. So I'm dancing for my birthday in September, and all my bride price and everything. Let me have that strength to celebrate.
you, Oma, you better
So
fix yourself. Yeah.
honey bump. As of today, now boo boo is paying my diary in September. Because
What?
daddy
Boo
said,
boo be
yeah,
easy
boo
our
boo is
brother.
paying my
Hey.
diary in September. So
All
it's
the
gonna be
years
a
he been having the tea, now eat the tea, tired, tired,
man.
now don't just come
No,
and pay for
we
the
just
for dinner.
we got to fulfill tradition. We got to fulfill tradition because tradition is tradition. It has to be fulfilled no matter what. No matter how long it takes. Tradition has to be fulfilled. So I'm
Yeah,
honored to
you
have
see,
all of you guys.
I'm a Loma woman, but I'm one of the person that don't believe in paying dowry. I think
Mm,
because I'm this strong willed lady, and I look at the paying dowry the traditional way. If I go
Mhm.
back to the reason of paying dowry, I don't
Mhm.
agree with it. I don't really agree with it. So I really don't believe in paying dowry.
You see,
It's
for
just
the
me.
Nigerian part, what they call bride price, I don't think it's about buying the individual, because Liberia is like, oh, I'm paying for this. I think back in the days when the tradition of $48 in Liberia is like, back in the days, $48 was a lot of money. So it's just to prove that we can take care, you can take care of our daughter. The Nigerian people tell you to bring lapa, bring cola nut, bring palm wine, bring this. If that Nigeria, the Igbo people, it's so much, but here I just lay token. So it's different. It's just more like telling you, oh, this is me. I'm a man. I can take care of your child or your daughter and your grandchildren. So I think that's why it's just a tradition to celebrate, I think. So, I don't think it's
It is it's
buying.
a beautiful tradition.
Yeah, yeah,
It
it
is,
is.
like I said, if you read about it, some people will agree with it, some people don't. I just don't
Mhm.
want no one pay no dowry. Because when I'm ready to quit, I quit. I don't want no
And
dowry
then let
thing
me tell
coming
you
and
about the
people
Nigerian.
it's
Let
just
me
me.
tell you. Let me tell you something about the Nigerian bride price. When you pay the bride price, you cannot leave that man without returning the bride price. Hey, Chineke me. And then if you take that bride price and return it to that man, but one thing, if you take the bride price, you go to return the bride price in the Igbo land, and the man say he don't want the bride price, you can take that bride price and put it to his door and leave it there and go. But you have to return that bride price. That man got to accept that bride price before you can move on with your life. Isn't that something?
And by the process, I don't want. I don't want, my people not in it. I'm in it. When I'm ready to quit, I quit. I don't even, if I don't want to tell my mom, I don't want to tell my dad, I'm not going to tell them until the end. So
Mhm.
the bride price is not like that. You have to go back to your people, whatever. So I'm,
Yeah.
I'm, I'm built up in a whole nother way. I have this strong will. So when it comes to dowry, like my ex-husband, his mom said, they want to pay dowry. I was the one said, no, you ain't paying no dowry for me.
Mhm.
Absolutely not.
And then the
She
thing
thought
is
it was
that,
crazy, but I don't believe in it.
and like the diary in Liberia, like $48. Like when I tell Booba, I say, I will return our diary. He said, no, I want that exact $48. I see money. I want no different money. And sometimes he was telling, he say, you, when he tell me to, I say, hey man, he said, no, I pay for you. I will be using 1 cent, 1 cent, 1 cent till that for the instant finish. But anyway, sometimes I just the fun about it. So last week you guys were not here and we had a discussion on as you can see here, we had a discussion on disrespectful step kids. It was a big discussion. A lot of people was involved in it, and we ended exact the time we should have ended, and people gave their input, and it was a wonderful conversation. So if you guys just want to throw a light on disrespectful stepchildren, mostly we talk about the mother, a disrespectful child to his or her father and not the mother, and the biological mother is there. What is the biological mother doing to put the child in check? A lot of people say, talk to the children, talk to the child, see what's the root cause, and stuff like that. And everybody points were legit. Everybody points was awesome. So I don't know if you guys want to throw a light before we jump to our main topic today.
For me, I feel everyone different, and people
Mhm,
might take it differently than I'm about to say. But
mhm,
honestly, it comes from the children, the way you raise your children.
mhm,
I know how my
mhm,
children are raised.
mhm,
Whether it's an older person or someone that age or someone that they older them, my
mhm,
kids are raised to respect everyone, the
mhm,
small one, the big one, their size or whatever. My children know never to cross the line. So
mhm,
if you are able to respect the little one that you are older than, and you are able to respect your age group, and you are able to respect the people that are older than you or my friends, what about my man? My kids will never cross the line with me. So to
mhm,
me, I believe it comes from the way you raise your kids, or
mhm,
you the parent, the way you look and the kind of person you will bring in front of the kids that will make the kids to feel like maybe mom, the person. I don't know. I just feel like if you bring in someone right for the kids, even if they're not right or even if they're right or wrong, the kids should still be respectful. No
mhm,
matter what, kids should be kids. So my kids are kids no matter what. Whether the man is this or whatever, kids will always be kids. So when it comes to respecting my partner, My
Mhm.
kids will absolutely respect the. It's just how I believe the way you raise the kids. My kids will
Mhm.
not cross the line. But that person that come, it's not that my kids will not be able to express themselves. I brought my kids out to be able to express themselves in a
Mhm.
particular way. But when it comes to disrespecting, no, absolutely not. They're not going to do that.
And then what I said was like sometimes a lot of us, most especially Liberians, I like to speak from our Liberian side because I'm more into the Liberian, setting. A lot of times I find women out there who ready, I feel they don't care about the children. Today they got one boyfriend, they kind of bring the boyfriend to the child calling or the children calling Uncle John, Uncle Peter, Uncle Paul, Uncle this, Uncle that. But I said during that conversation, I said when you have a relationship like this, and you guys are maybe talking for a while and you feel that you guys are about to are about to take it to a different level, you the mother, you go and talk to your children, or the guy go and talk to his children. So you the mother, like me, I'll go, oh Jamil, Camille, Malachi, mommy has been seeing somebody for a while, and the communication or the relationship between you and Jamil be like, oh, I see why mommy is so excited this time, mommy smiling a lot and stuff like that. Oh, mommy, tell me about this guy. The way they will accept it and the way you would talk to them, right there, right? So you talk to your kids and then you give them time to digest it. After they have digested it, you say, okay, are you guys waiting to meet this individual? Then you show, you make that introduction, and then this may get to know your children. Then when you look, they start to bond. I think there would be more love and peace the way. And our kids, like Honey always said on her platform, her children told her, oh, mommy, this guy is a nice guy. I think you should give him a chance. So our children speak sometimes, but sometimes our children, some of them can just be rebellious and jealous, thinking, oh, the attention going to get off of me, or I'm not going to have the attention. Somebody coming to take our space, or sometimes they are jealous for the father or the mother. They got kids like that. So that's what I said, and everybody agree with me having that conversation. But if the child start to be disrespectful, you call the children, talk to them, see what's going on, and you try to settle it. So that was my input on that, and a lot of people as well. So, Honey Bunch, you get any little lights before we jump to our other topic?
Yeah, I mean and I will always say as women, and happy International Women's Day, by the way.
I did
Today
the flyer. I
is
forgot
Same
to
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 put it.
you.
celebrate all the beautiful women in this world. And I will always want to, like shine more light on the ones that are godly. Because every
Mhm,
woman can be a woman. But it takes that one virtuous woman to
mhm,
stand on the principles of God, to worship God in spirit and in truth. So I want to showcase those women that are called virtuous because you stand for God. You are not going to compromise anything because of what the world has to say. You
mhm.
know what God has to say in his word, and that's what you are going to try to live by, because let's remember, we all are sinners. But by through the grace of God and the redeeming blood of Jesus Christ, we are saved and we are worthy of the kingdom of God. So happy International Women's Day to all of you. Yes, Muku, as women, we get lost in that vulnerability where we feel like we have to have a man, and which, let me just stress this. Yes, it is good for a man and a woman to become one, because that's the whole idea God made from the beginning, right? He saw men as being lonely. He says something is missing, and he says, what better for them for me to bless him with somebody that he can open up his eyes and just always gave me the thanks for. Like something that is different from him, something that is there to support him, to give him that emotional and spiritual support. So we know that, but sometimes because when you are a single woman, you want to be like other women who have been married or who are getting married, and you miss out on the actual person that God has for you. And
Mhm,
out of your vulnerability, you will accept
mhm,
just anyone. And
mhm,
I try to go on my platform and try to encourage women that, let me tell you something, it is better to be single with a single woman than to be a woman that is miserable, especially getting married to the wrong individual that will come in your house worst scenario, abuse your kids physically and
and
sexually,
and
you know, and
morally.
then here you are living with the regret for the rest of your life. And sometimes our children who these things are done to, they are not going to forgive you
Hmm.
because they try to warn you, mommy, this man is doing this to me, mommy, this man, and then guess what? Out of that desperate way of wanting to love and be loved, sometimes we put our kids on the back burner. We tell them, "Oh, move for here, man," or we dismiss them, or we ignore them. We don't want to hear the truth. So it is so very important who women get married to and vice versa men, because there are some good men out there who wants a good woman, right? That woman that God has promised a man, right? That he would leave his father and mother and he will cleave onto his wife and the two will become one flesh. Yes, God wants our marriages to be successful, but when we're running around here trying to prove points and married out of expectations, trust me, we will not
Or
have helping home.
desperation.
Or
Hmm.
desperation,
Hmm.
vulnerability.
Hmm.
Always seek God. And in the midst of, look, let me tell you something. If I sit here and tell you my story, Muku, you know my story. Jojo, you know some of it. I've shared some of it. But at the end of the day, you just let God be God. That's all I have to say on that, in that regard.
Yeah, like Muku, what you were saying,
Hmm.
the children don't only learn or grow with what you say to them, also what you do. And
Hmm.
as single mothers, when we see our age, you know, entering the 40, the 50s, some women kind of forget about their worth, because they so want a man. And when you have children with you, you have to be very mindful. Not every man, you just bring men to your house over and over. Before you show a man to your kids, you got to know this man is right. Don't have no but. Not a man where he can't even allow you to touch his phone. Where his phone is on silent all the time. When you call, he never pick up. He talk to you any way he can.
You can't
But
even put
because you
your
so
picture on social
desperately,
media.
yeah, you so desperately want the man, so you bring the man in the house. I got divorced like I don't know, almost 3 years now. I didn't show any man to my. I talked to one or two guys. I didn't show any of them to my kids because you have to be very very mindful. I'm dating right now. That person that I'm dating right now, I reached to the place where I felt like it was good.
Hold up, hold up, hold
Hold on
up,
now. I
hold
felt
up. This is
I
news
felt
right
like it
here.
was good. Oh my
And
God.
pump your brake, pump your brakes right now. Pump it, pump it, pump it. You said
We are
you said
talking, oh
what?
my God, you guys make things so big. I said, that person have met my kids. My kids are in love with the person. We do
Aw.
things together all the time. I work and the person will take full control of my kids because before I brought that person to my kids, he know exactly who I am to my kids, and he better not cross the line. So once I feel like yes, he's the kind of person that I will bring around my kids, and when I bring around my kids fell in love with him immediately. Okay, they immediately, and they just find it the right way. And that's what I'm trying to say is this: that's the only man my kids have ever seen. Say my ex-husband. That's me. I have reached to the place where I feel like I'm comfortable.
That's
But
good.
even if I show you to my kids, when you cross the line, we done.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, it's
Because
a wrap because
some people will be nice until you bring their clothes. And
Yeah,
and
I don't play. I don't care
yeah.
who you think you are. I can show you to my whatever. You cross the line, we done. So we have to be careful. You have to know your self-worth. Don't see a man who can even not that transparent with you. And you so desperately want this guy, and you just bring the person in front. The person can't even respect you. How will you even introduce that person to your kids? So
And your
the ladies
family,
got to
because
be
our
mindful.
family is our system too. They're a strong part
And
of
then
us.
if
Yeah.
once I know that my children are not disrespecting you and they love you and you don't love them back, well, that's a wrap. But if my child or my children just want to be disrespectful, maybe because they're jealous, no time, that's a different ball game. And we have to be married before I can even consider that to say, okay, we need to go to counseling, we need to talk about this. But if you are just significant order, forget it.
Muko,
Forget.
I think
before
we
I
should
even
we
get
should
into
acknowledge
before we
our
get into the
guests
Yeah,
topic,
the
yeah, let
comments.
me
yeah.
get into Sam. When we get
Mhm.
to the same step, what the
Let me
touching the man phone get to do with relationship. It is
okay.
be
Hold on.
transparent. If a woman cannot call the man phone or use the man phone, he's not transparent. It's just me. Everyone different. And me, when I'm in a relationship, transparent. If you want to call, you want to what, you don't hide behind me. Your phone should ring, you should pick it up. I can pick up your phone anytime. I want transparency. If it is not there, I don't want a relationship. Everyone different. And I must get what I know I want. If I can get it, I would rather be single. I would 100% rather be single. That's why a lot of married women right now, they're not
I'm
happy. The
miserable.
single
Yeah.
women are even happy than the married women.
Because
Yeah.
So
they
I'm telling
compromise
you,
their
so
heart. They compromise their heart.
exactly. So I know what you're saying, Sam. You're probably one of the men that no woman can touch your phone, but when I have a man, I use your phone whenever I
I
want.
want to. So let's recognize our guests here. Blessings to good evening, mommy. How you guys doing? And I know you viewing us from Liberia. Then we go to Sam Fofana here. He said watching from New Jersey, USA. We say welcome. That's my son. That's my son. Praying hi. Yes. Oh, that's the Reverend himself. How you doing, brother-in-law? That's my brother-in-law. And he said, I want to know why people find it a problem to be in communication with your ex. It depends what the communication is about. We're going to reach to that topic, okay? We're just going over our previous last week conversation. We will definitely address that as well. So he said, good afternoon, Rix from we don't you please tell us where you're viewing us from, your time zone. How are you, CEO? I'm doing good. And thank you for coming on. Please share our live and broadcast. And he says, sure, we should forget about tradition. Yes, a lot of people will forget about tradition, but there are people who are deeply rooted in the tradition, most especially when it comes to our parents, you know. So we have to abide by it. Even in the Bible, they talk about bride price and tradition, right, honey? I stand to be corrected. Yes, they talk about that in the Bible. So, hello, my love. How are you, Beatrice? Welcome. And so Boo Boo says, so the bride price appear in Liberia were different. Yes, it was. We'll come to that one. It was very different. You was born in Liberia, so as far as I was concerned at that time of our marriage, you were a Liberian. So that other bride price is question. A question needs to be uh 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 uh, 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 uh,
Where are you reading? Because I don't see that.
I know I don't see it either.
it's right here on the screen.
Oh,
You can
that's your
see it.
husband.
That,
Oh my God,
oh,
my
yeah.
BIL is out.
Mhm. No, but the thing is that how will you say you didn't know somebody was a Nigerian woman? Then how will you marry a woman that you don't know her? That's not true. That's not true. You knew she was a Nigerian. Trust me. This is beautiful. I will upload this platform on my ballot. It's the
On
Let's
his
Talk
blog, Muku,
on
on his
his
Albert,
blog.
blog.
thank you as well. Albert, you
Albert,
talk about me
Albert,
and describe me and everything. Thank you so much, Albert.
you will
I love
upload it
you.
on
Make
his
a video
blog.
about me, but thank you.
Oh, Albert, yes, I think I've been following him. Yeah, he will update.
Yeah,
It's
he
a
make a
beautiful.
nice video talking about me that God took his time to make me an extra day. I just
Wow.
appreciate you, Albert. Thank you
This is
very much.
beautiful. I will upload this platform on my blog. This is Let's Talk. No, it's called the Table Talk.
No?
The Table Talk. Let's talk about it. You know, the
Oh,
Table Talk. So that's why you will see on Mommy, you are so beautiful. You are so sound-minded. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Matthew said, Mama Daddy, please leave our show. Absolutely. So let's keep Honey Bunch read too now. But what touch them man phone got to do
Okay,
with
so
the relationship?
but what touching the man phone got to do with the relationship? It has everything.
everything.
It has
We will get there.
transparency. It
How are
has
you doing?
trust.
Samuel
How are you
KK David.
doing? And then
Okay.
yes, Sam
That's
says, as long as the man respects you, he provides for you and the family. He cares genuinely and always there. I don't see the phone being an issue in the relationship at all. Those days, our ancestors never had phones, but they still loved each other and lived happily ever after. We shouldn't allow technology to be the reason of disturbing our relationships.
no back in the days,
Um,
no cell. Wow,
Why
papi
should
me
it
wa
be
pretty chair
disturbing
eh,
if you don't have anything or hiding from your partner? What should it be disturbing? What's the matter with your partner touching your phone? Eh? You must have something in it because I don't think it's a problem. If you have a problem, then you got a secret in it. It has everything. Everything entitled to you, entitled to your partner, including your phone. Now, everyone's different. You got to come find the kind of woman who will not care. Me, any man I take, if you have a passport, I have your passport. I touch it for whenever I want, or else I don't want the relationship.
Mhm.
It got to be
I didn't
100%
have to.
transparent.
I didn't have to fight hard. I never fought hard.
Mhm.
From since I
Exactly.
met my husband 2019, it was easy. He came and said, "Babe, and here's my password." Until this day, when I ready, it's not about taking your
Even
husband's
like
phone
Google
to
myself,
check.
like my password to my social media, his password. Even was one point when we shared password, I told him because I know he was gonna forget. I said, if you forget, we can give it back to you.
And
If you forget, you know,
it's not
but it was
about
just yeah. And those
It's
things
not
are
about
good.
poking or being. Hold on, Muku. It's not
Hmm.
about poking and being nosy or trying to figure out stuff. Let me tell you something. If there is trust in your relationship, there will be no cause to go and search each other's phone. When that happens, that is insecurity. Okay, that is distrust. But when a man tells his wife, "Say, hey, babe, here's the passcode to that phone.
Or don't
Therefore, I
touch my
can
phone. Don't
don't
ever
and
touch my
here's the
phone in the
passcode to
house.
that phone," and
Then
you
that's a
know
wake up
that
call.
when you
That's a
even
red
you
flag.
check it and it's correct to this day. I still know that password. It has not changed. That passcode, it has not changed. In fact, I
Hmm.
can say, give me your phone. He give it to me quick. No
Hmm.
question.
And I
Nobody
just want
wants
to
on my
say this.
phone.
And I just want to say that it's not about the person. I'm not the person who even go checking in your phone.
No,
You know,
I
but
don't
when
do
you
that.
start doing stuff that make me question you, but I'm not, even if I have to do your laundry, if I find something in your pocket, I take it and put it. I'm not the woman who will search. And I'm not the woman who will even see a woman picture or number or whatever in your phone and call that woman. I deal with you. So I'm not the person who will be out there cussing whatever. But the part is, if you just start keeping it as secret, then something wrong. Okay, I'm not saying, oh, I want a man phone because I have work to do. I got 3 children. Do I have time to be checking? I want grown up man running behind here and there. So you get me to the place where I have to check, then I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
just
not
be
wasting
comfortable
my
in your
time.
relationship, not
No,
feeling,
I'm not
That's
wasting
it.
my time.
And 99% of
curious.
99% of the time, women, we are not even going to go dig. Sometimes you just want to use that phone, maybe that the closest phone. And I'll
Exactly,
tell
that's
you,
it.
and I would
Yeah.
tell you, like, a password to our phone, everybody in the household should have those passwords. Because nowadays, even in our homes, we don't even have landline phone. We don't even have landline phone. In case of emergency, the closest phone somebody can grab to call 911, they can grab it. So they need a password. And 99% of the time, we don't even put password on our phone because there's something in hiding or we're hiding something. It's because we have some sensitive information in our phone when it get missing for people to not be able to access that phone easily. You know, so
Exactly.
sometimes too, that's why a lot of people put how to call it. So Grace Colley said so true. I don't know what she's saying so true about. And Rhoda said, "Good morning, beautiful ladies. Good morning, says, how are you?" And he laughed. I think he laughing at our response to that. And like you said, people are different. So you are right about that. We do things differently, and that's true. So now let's go to our regular topic for today. And our regular topic for today is partners communicating with their exes. So y'all can start with your input on that.
Well, we know that, once you're in a relationship, especially if you are dating someone who has had previous relationships, right? Specifically, I'm not just going to say all the relationship that he's had, but specifically if it has to deal with children, that is the most important key word here, children. Okay, this man have children out there by hopefully his ex-wife, not many women, but hey, you cannot tell how many baby mom or whatever a man would have in his lifetime, because it is what it is. But when there is this ex of a wife that, there are children that was in that previous union, of course, there has to be communication. I don't care. But what I will feel like the respect needs to be for you, where your husband was respect you enough to communicate right? Say, hey, look, my ex-wife wants me to maybe go and pick up the kids from the school. It's all about communication, because when we have communication that is stable in our relationships, in our marriages, there will be no cause of for confusion. We will not be sitting down here and trying to go at each other, out of jealousy. Now, there are sometimes that some people would just want to, come in and talk to your spouse or your significant other, and just try to, engage in conversation that is inappropriate. Now, that is where you set the stage, and that is where you put your feet down, because at the end of the day, no one has to be communicating, or he does not have to be communicating with anyone that does not have any children for him. That's how I view it.
Well, for me, the way I look at it, I'm a friendly person, and I feel like just because people were in relationship and they are not in it anymore doesn't mean that they can speak to one another. It's just the
No, no.
respect. So for me, you can talk to your ex. I don't have no problem with talking to your ex or me talking to my ex. It's just what time your ex call. How you guys text, the once in a blue moon kind of hi, how you doing? It's okay, I don't think someone should be enemy with someone just because they're not dating anymore. I don't think someone should tell someone you can't speak to that lady or you can't speak to that guy because you guys dated before. No, but it depends again the way you guys going to do it. Because if he's your ex, you're not together anymore. Why he texting you at 9 o'clock p.m., 11 o'clock p.m., whatever time? What you guys texting about? Once in a while, checking on one another is okay. I don't think you guys should be enemy. I don't think when you break up, you should be enemy with anyone. I believe in keeping relationship and friends because you never know where you will meet someone. It's just the respect. The respect. And you cannot be talking to your ex behind your partner, creepy to talk. There's something wrong. Something wrong if you have to be highly to call your ex or to talk to your ex, or you guys talking to one another in the middle of the night, or you there explaining your marital problem or relationship problem to your ex. And if you guys going beyond that way, then it's different. But I don't think you should be enemy to your ex. I don't believe in that.
And you are so right, Jojo. And I'm glad you clarified that, because there are just some, excuse me, some exes that would just be so disrespectful and just call your spouse or your significant other any day, any time of the day. Just like some of them feel like he still owes them something when he doesn't. That was the past. Let the past be. I'm not saying that, okay, once in a while, let's say if in Liberia things are hard, right, and he wants to extend that gratuity, or that, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, some people will cross those boundaries, and as the wife or the significant other, you have to have boundaries in your relationship, or else people will override you.
Yep.
So let's say in the instant they don't have children. For me, like Jojo said, I do not stop anybody from communicating
No.
with the exes, but there should be a boundaries. So in the instant they don't have children, and your ex calling you, you're communicating at night. Let me tell you, you set a boundary. You tell your husband, this is this and this is that. I don't want you guys talking at a certain time of the night or whatever. You can even go about telling them, don't
Mhm.
do this. You're not with that man all the time. You're not with him every day.
No.
He can sneak, he will go and call, but when you are around, that should be a boundary. But I would tell you, if your ex is communicating with you and you try to talk to your husband or your wife about it, she still continuously talk to that guy, or you continually talk to that woman. I don't think you guys are ex. Maybe your wife is just an obstacle. I think she just, a obstacle, to your relationship or something. And I just feel that maybe there's something more going on, because why would a woman break up with her man and want to be having an intimate conversation? You don't have children, but you calling my husband, I'm laying down in the room, my husband in the living room or in the basement. You find a lot of husbands nowadays on their phone in the living room while their wife laying down in the bed.
Mhm.
What are you looking at on your phone? Why you communicating on social media after hour when you need to be laying next to your wife, telling, oh, how was work today? Oh, and stuff like that. So I think a man that continuously communicate with his ex, even behind closed door or whatever, I think you just lacking something as a wife. And there should be a boundaries
And
in there. Let me fix my
you know
weed.
that when it comes to the children, the parents got to be respectful to one another. And some people just not respectful. For example, when I met my ex-husband, I knew he had a lot of kids, and a lot of the kids were not visiting him or whatever. When I got involved with him, I made sure all the children were coming around. So one of the mothers there will, the child that never used to even come to the dad now is visiting the dad. Then she had the mind when the dad, when she wants to pick up the kids, she called the dad at home. I mean, at work. Well, I'm the one who taking care of the kids. Your son have not even visited his dad for over 3 years because of me. They coming to spend time. So now I want to pick up the kids. She called him back to back until he would say, "Yes, you can go pick up the kid." Then when she comes, she call her kid on his phone. Then
And
he
don't
just
want to
run
come
out and
in.
she pick him up and they go. So
Mm-mm.
one time
That's
she called
disrespect.
and he called me and he said, "Oh, so and so said she coming to pick up the kid." I said, "Tell her she wants to pick up the kid and she's calling you. She got to wait until you home. If she
Mhm.
doesn't call me, I tell her come to my door. I told her you would not come to my door. If you
That's
can't
true.
call me, I will take care of your kid. You got to wait until he come because the person you calling he at work. Who you think taking care of your kid?" So it was a big thing. She could not say if she don't talk to me, she would not until you come home. And when you come home and pick up the kid, that would be good. Then that means anytime she's sending her kid, you will have to be home. If you are work, you have to drop the child back to her. Because I don't want no woman going to disrespect me. Absolutely. I will not stop with it. I will not end with it. And I think she couldn't come pick up her kid. She said she was not calling me after she stopped picking up her kid.
Let me
Until
just
Maya can come and take a kid.
yes,
So
and let me
you
just
have to respect people.
yes. And let me just say this to our sisters, to be very honest, out there, most especially because a lot of times when it comes to communicating with partners communicating with their exes that have children, we women, we made a lot of we made a lot of mistakes. First of all, if we meet a man that has children, or we meet a man that have children out there by another woman that he's not dating, don't just say, "Oh, okay, I understand." First thing first, talk to that man. I would love to talk to this children mother. Because when you get married to this man, these kids become a part of you. And you as the mother, you takes care of the home, even though the Bible says the man is the head of the home. But we as the mother, we takes care of the home no matter what. So I would say this, when Pooh and I met, and he told me about his two daughters, I was like, you know what? I need to talk to their mom. You need to connect us. We need to talk. And I had to communicate with the mother and build that relationship with the mother before I even started talking to the children. And I think that's what a lot of us should do. But some men will block that. The first thing they will tell you, "I want you to deal with that woman too hard to deal with." No, just give me the
Something
benefit
wrong.
of the doubt. Give me the opportunity to get to know this woman. We are mothers and we will better, settle things than to just let it go like that. Anything you talk to the father, you talk to the father. That is not right. I am guilty about that because I got a big daughter. And the way in which the relationship played, I was not happy because this is a man that I was still in love with, that I found, that found himself with another person. I didn't do nothing but got a heartbreak. So for that reason, when we used to talk when I used to talk to him about his child, and then the wife comes in, I would keep quiet. I wouldn't say nothing. I would not communicate. I'm saying this on this platform because a lot of us do that when we are still in love with the man.
And I applaud you for even coming out to
Yes,
see your phone. I
I will
applaud
not
you for
say
that.
nothing because he used to be so afraid of me. He didn't want to bring. He's a very quiet guy. He didn't want to get into any confrontation. He would not say nothing at that time, but later on, he would say, "Oh, and my wife was talking, and you just kept quiet. I don't think it was right." He wouldn't tell me it was a disrespect. But as I grew and started to like uh, 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 get over that relationship and to forgo everything and sat down and said to myself, "It's not about me. It's about the
No,
well-being of this child. It's about our child. It's not about how he feels. It's not about how I feel. It's about this child." And then I realized it. And I came to myself. So 99% of women that do those things, they are still in love with the man. And most especially
Yes,
how the breaker went. Because I was blaming her. I said, she's the cause. She's the cause of this man leaving me. I didn't do nothing to him. He just traveled abroad and left me pregnant. And I came with the child. And this is what happened. But as times go by, I realized, well, it was not meant to be. God got something in store for me. So a lot of us women that are doing these things, we still have feelings for that man. So therefore, we want to step problem. Sometimes they tell the children,
exactly.
make sure your stepmom is uncomfortable. Disrespect her. She did the person, the children, man, these things happen. These things happen. You understand? These things happen. Sometimes the dad will even tell the children, make sure your man are happy in her marriage. These things happen. So a lot of women that does these things, they still have feelings for the man. Or the way
Let's read
in
some comments.
which the way
I
in
mean,
which
honey, you want to talk before we comment?
mm-hmm. She did already. So go ahead, read that comment now, honey. Jojo.
I can't even see it so little. It's far away.
I believe as a man, you should set that boundaries and make your ex or children mother know her boundaries, not to disrespect your wife. For me, I will set that boundaries with my child or children mother. I will make that child or children mother know that I am only talking to her because of my child or children, and that's a good thing. That's it. Set the boundary. Your wife comes first.
And that
Caroline
and
Moses
that's a
was
good
too.
that's a good man. That's a good husband. Any
Mm-hmm.
man that will, because just imagine, you're not acting on your own now. Remember, the Bible says the two of you have become one,
Become
right?
one. Mm-hmm.
So the two of you have to agree. You have to come to an agreement. And we know here in America, when there's a divorce, you have to go to court. You
Mm-hmm.
guys have to split things. You have to talk about child support. So you here you are, having to pay child support, and you're with another person, and that's coming out of your finances. I'm sorry, even though you're working, but it's the finance that is within their home. So
Yep,
the wife has to be known about, men known about these things. And I mean, a good woman would not
And
have a
if you
problem
and the
with that.
woman working and coming out
A
of both of
good
your account.
Yeah, a good woman would not have a problem with that man paying children or child support. No, because that's the agreement and those children have to be brought up. They have to be cared for. All it takes is just look. The simplest thing is communication is the key. Hey babe,
that's it.
I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and that woman who loves her husband will support him,
Mm-hmm.
will be that
Yep.
backbone, will
Mm-hmm.
encourage. Yeah, go see. You know how many women, how many wives will tell that man not to even have no relationship with the children
Mm-hmm.
because they
Yeah.
have
And,
that hate towards the ex or whoever. No, it shouldn't be because
and sometimes we make it so difficult. I would tell you that my ex had a lot of baby mamas. A lot of them today, they're like my sister. I will
Mm-hmm.
have to tell you that they are my ex baby mama before you even believe it. They are like my sisters. I'm telling you, we talk almost every day. Even to here, I'm not even together now. We still talk. Even when we were together, we were good with our kids. There were a lot of them I took me as a sister, and I took them as my sister or sisters. So we were communicating right for our children to behave right, so they can go out of here to try to play us. And we play that role until today. We are like sisters. Yeah, I get one of them. They call Maya and Alex sisters. I get Tamara and Alex sister. Even my birthday. The other mother, bro, you when you see her, you think she's my
They were
sister.
there. Your
Yeah.
kids were there
Yeah,
dancing,
I'm
and
telling you, all my kids are around that mom, but around we are like sisters. So when
but
you
then,
respect
Jojo.
someone, they respect you, your work, and you bring your children up good. So
Mm-hmm.
even though the man is my ex, my children and I are so close. They are close to me than their father. They don't even hardly talk to their father like they talk to me. Their mom and I, we are close, like they are my sisters. Because you this is the way for us to live as
Yeah,
human
it's a
beings.
happy family.
You know?
Yes,
And
like
me, I tell
Yeah,
people like people when you are dating somebody and you break up with that person and that person wife or girlfriend want you to know and want to disrespect you. I always tell people, I said sometimes when you are with a man and you break up with that man and you start going out with that man and you know the woman that will go out, get close to that woman. You will know plenty things. You will know plenty things to be on your guard, but you won't create enemy. So you think you not blow because you got a man. And I always tell people, and I will say this: I never get angry when I see my ex with another woman. I never do because growing up, I grew up in a beautiful city and a beautiful home. So I had everything that I wanted. So my mama taught me how to give my leftover toy to the misfortunate. So if I give you my
no,
leftover toy,
you know what, Muko,
that's
I
my
beg you to
toy
say.
that I have
she
misused,
just, I know she
abused.
just full of it.
If I
I beg
give
you,
you
yeah,
my
you woman.
leftover toy that I have misused and abused, and there's something that you want to know about that toy, maybe you're trying to turn it a day to do boom, boom, boom. You want to call me? Let me show you how to start the engine. For you to be making flour and having attitude with me. You know what I
My
mean?
sometimes too.
So
Let me tell
no.
you something. You have to do
Mm-mm,
these things with
mm-mm.
discernment, not because you want to
Exactly,
get
man.
close to the exes and you go and become vulnerable. Because let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you something. The Bible says, "Trust no man." The heart of a man is
That's friend of wicked.
indeed wicked. So
Who
you
knows
can't say,
it?
"Oh," because you don't know that woman will be playing nice just to get you in that space, and God forbid something bad happens to you. So you have to go with
Yeah,
discernment and wisdom, but at the same time, like God says, you even love your enemies, because at the end of the day, anybody that is plotting against you, God would never allow that to happen, because why? He
yes.
would apply
Mm-hmm,
his vengeance on that person.
mm-hmm.
So
You even if
all
you're
we have
friendly
to
with
do
these people,
is
you say, yeah, I'm sorry.
So all we have to do is just I set boundaries. I mean, I'm not
Mm-hmm,
gonna tell my husband to go see your children. No, 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 no. And
mm-hmm,
those kids will come here. You would think that I'm their mom.
mm-hmm,
If we were to take all of them out, they would say that me and his children, because
mm-hmm,
they look like mine. And at the end of the day, when that husband can respect you enough and allow
mm-hmm,
these children to know that, look, your mom and I are not together, but this is your other mom. This is, who is with daddy, and they respect you.
mm-hmm,
Trust me, there will be a two happy different homes, right? Two family homes. Nothing wrong with that. But some
mm-hmm,
women make it so hard for the current wife
Yeah.
to even have a relationship with them and the children, because they wanna incite, all kinds of things in these kids' mind, turn them against their father. Even the wife try to plot against their marriage. And with all of that, just use wisdom and discernment,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, God will expose the deed.
Okay, let's
Yeah. And not,
go through
just
some
because you're
negative.
friendly with someone doesn't mean you can't open your eyes to everything. You have to still
Right,
watch out because we are
right,
human beings.
right,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
right.
So yeah, say Matthew Kwamo, you must pay the bride price in Nigeria. Of course, you will have to pay. Aston Collie, I know you are going to come here too with this bride price business, but
You and
you
your
and your
husband, your
sister
bride
will be just
price.
fine. I'm telling you. As long you are not cursing or crossing any boundaries to disrespect me or my relationship, calling exclusively and talking romantically, keep your relationship, your friendship at a distance respectfully. Hmm. What do you think about that? She said, as long you're not crossing her boundaries, you're not disrespecting her,
I
calling
think she's
whatever
right.
and talking romantically, keep
Yeah,
your friendship at a
it's
distance.
true.
But I think that
There's
is
no
so
reason you should
innocent.
call constantly. I don't think that's right. That
Yeah,
you
but
guys
she's
should be
saying that
talking
you should keep
constantly.
it a distance. Is so I think from my point of view, looking at her comment, she's saying even if you're doing those things, she don't care. You must just keep it far from her. She won't see it.
No, she said if you're not respecting her and finding the boundary, if you're not
Mhm.
going to do that, then you have to keep your stuff, from far away from her relationship. I think that what I think she's saying.
But she's saying that keep your friendship at a distance respectfully.
Yes,
Honey, what
if you're not going to follow her, if you're going
If
to
if he if
not
he's
go,
not respecting her
mm-hmm.
yes,
wishes
that's
or
what she think.
whatever, that she have set this boundaries. Okay, I know you have friends, but so
Mhm.
long as they are not disrespecting me, I don't
Mhm.
mind. You can,
Mhm.
you can talk with her. In a way, it's both ways. I think she's trying to say
Yeah.
it, but yeah, I feel. Let me tell you something. You set boundaries. Um, if you if you are okay with your husband talking to the exes, hey, that's on
Or
you.
your
That's
your
what you
boyfriend
want,
or
or
fiance.
your boyfriend or whoever. You know that's on. That's on. That's how it is. That's how people relationships are. But
What
knowing
George
me,
is
I'm
saying.
gonna.
We get there. Yeah. Aston Kali says here, some mothers refuse to meet and talk to their wife. Yes, they are.
Yep.
Oftentimes, I don't know why they do that though. I don't know why they do that. They're still bitter. And I said that. You
Mm-hmm.
remember? I
They're
said
not
that
you.
because
Yeah.
they're still bitter and they're still in love with that person. So they would do
Mm-hmm.
that. They would do that. They would be spicy. They would not want to talk. And that's true because I went through it. I experienced it. We do that because you still want that person. Yeah, I agree with you as well. Hello, family. Joyce, how are you? Welcome to the live. I know, mommy. So let's see what here. Honey Bunch, can you read that? Let me eat my sandwich.
I can
What?
see the writing for here, but when you put it on me, I can't see except I put my my tablet straight, and I don't want to do that.
All right, honey, go
Call the
Okay,
ahead.
name. If I say it, I will read it.
no, he's not a
First
good
Lady TJ.
husband. He is, if he is, okay, no, he is not a good husband. He is doing the responsible thing of respecting his partner. This why we have
You
issues
choose
in
me.
our
I was
day
doing
to day
good.
lives, applauding men for doing their duties. Huh?
Hmm.
Okay.
I don't know what it means.
That TJ, that First Lady TJ Jackson. TJ,
What
what
she
do you
said?
really mean? Can you make it explicit? Can
So let
you?
me ask her a question. So if you have a husband, even though I know where she's trying to go with this thing that God put the man on this earth to be the provider, to take care of the home, to do this, to do that,
Look at me,
right?
no part of the way.
But you want to tell me,
Okay,
as a
let me see.
supportive wife, as a loving and caring wife, you would not tell your husband thank you for the things that he does. And let me tell you something, we are human. If God, who is
Mm,
above, he
check
requires
give me one.
our gratitude. What do you think about we as human not saying thank you? Even that's that man. Look, let me tell you, sometimes that's what will spark love in a relationship. That's what will make couples to have that relationship that nothing will come between it. And me, I'm such a person on giving people their flowers. Sometimes my husband be so embarrassed. He said, "You buy you a nasa." I said, "No, it's not about that. But I'd rather give you your flowers while you are alive than to go and be
Yes.
hypocritical when God forbid, and over there. My husband was a good man. What happened with you telling that husband to his face? Babe, thanks for everything you do for us. Babe, I'm grateful for you. Pray for that husband. Encourage that husband, because let me tell you something. Those are the duties of a wife. The Bible says a godly woman would build her house and never tear it down. Part of building your house is nurturing your children, is also being a support system, not financially, even though, yes, financially, if it comes to that. Like, if the husband lose the job and you have a job, you have that career going, yes, you will step in the meantime until your husband gets back on his feet. But it's not like that today. And that's why I said, when people marry out of expectations, these are some of the things that will make a marriage break apart. I mean, I could be wrong, because, like I said, everybody knows, what they would take, what they would not take, how they want their families to be ran. At the end of the day, hey, it's on people, though. Maybe I'm misunderstanding you, my dear. Oh,
And
okay.
then again, like even if you're in a home, you even a wife in a home too, you have to be respectful of the children are coming to you, their parent. You have to be, because some women when they feel they're in a home, they are the wife now. They want to rub something in the other woman face or whatever, or the way
Mm-hmm.
they treat the children. So it
Mm-hmm.
go both ways. Even
Right.
if you are the wife, you still have to be respectful. Those kids
Mm-hmm.
are coming in there, they have a mom, and you're not going to talk about their mom any kind of way or disrespect their mom. You have to be respectful. It should be all about the kids, but sometimes we just put it about us. If we just take care of the kids and love on the kids, we keep our big people thing on the other side. So it's both way. Whether you're the one in a home or not in a home, we have to be respectful to one another.
Right.
Joy say I'm late today, but mommy, my husband ex isn't my friend at all and can never be my friend. Hmm.
Why everyone different, but
Everyone different.
my husband ex can be my friend. Like most of my ex, my husband, my now he's my ex. His
I
children,
think
mom, they are like sisters to me now. So
I think when we
everyone
talk
different.
about I think when we talk about friends, we not mean like coming in your personal space, in your house, and being so close, eating with you in your house, doing all those special things that good friends does. I
I
don't
can
think
do
that's
that too. I
mm,
can do it. I can do it too. My husband, a daughter, mom. I'm the one at the end when she was getting married. I took over the whole thing. Like I said, they're like my sisters. Enough for you to break your nails some kind of way. But honestly, I look at this is love. Just because somebody and someone not together doesn't mean you guys are enemy. Except the person you see, the person is
I
trying
don't
to
think you
cross
love
some
your
boundary.
enemy. Oh.
No, except the person want to cross the boundaries, okay? But you like the other one time, my husband wanted to ride, he called his baby mom, and the baby mom told him, and where this coming? Said, can I get a ride? The woman said, where this coming from? Why am I looking like giving you ride? What happened to your wife? So you know the kind of friendship you will hold. There are some friendship you will see that the woman stay in love for your husband, and you
Mm-hmm.
see her eye him. That kind of friendship you don't want it. But I don't want to
Ma,
create any
we
enemy
will
for
keep
man business.
cordiality. For me, we will keep cordiality. I am not. No. Hello, hi, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool to you. You drop the kids off to my house. Oh, you want anything? You want water? And bye. We keeping
Mm-hmm.
it at that. No, I'm not.
I'm
I'm
not
not.
leaving you
But
I'm
in
I'm
not
your
not
house
like
taking
for
that.
long,
beyond that though.
I will be honest. I'm
And
not like
definitely,
that. I would get very
Men,
close
they
to
are
you
very
as you
men
want
can
me
be
to,
very, very weak.
because we don't know tomorrow. Today he's my ex. Look, and we are still like
No, but
sisters.
Jojo,
So
Ma,
I
I'm
let
think
me
not
that
tell
going
you
to
something.
create
Not
any.
every
I'm
ex-wife
not
or
going to create.
ex-girlfriend will be
I'm not going
accommodating.
to create enemy for no man. I'm not going to do it. The
But
only time
Jojo,
if
you're
the
not
woman,
creating enemy. That's why I don't want
what
that.
you're
I'm
I'm not
not
want you
saying,
to
creating.
understand. You're not creating enemy.
it's me. I'm just saying it's me.
Okay.
I'm not going to just do hello, hello. No, we can be
Okay.
good friends. I don't
All
mind
right.
being good friends, except I see you crossing the line with me. But their war is so small. Okay, so they let the man
So,
are not
honey, we are.
together. If I
So,
have
honey,
created
I
all the
think.
boundaries, I don't want that. Except the woman start to cross the line with me. But I would be close to
I would not
anyone that
have
want to be
no
close to me.
problem if I went out and this woman speaks to me. I speak to her. She speak. No, or we sat on the scene table. No, I won't have problem with that. But that's as far as it will go. Maybe even if we go on family trips, yeah, I don't mind. But I'm not bringing no one into my sacred space, into my space that when God has given you discernment and wisdom to use. Especially, you will know when someone is pretending with you. You will know when someone just does not mean well for
Exactly.
you and your marriage, and they will pretend. Let me tell you something. The Bible tells us in Proverbs to to allow wisdom and discernment to be a part of us. Because let me tell you something, it will save your life. Many people under the ground today, by this kind of like, oh, I would trust, oh, I would bring. No, you have to be
But
wise.
honey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When you and somebody friends, they would know how to respect you. For example, like I said, the person that I friended, they know what boundary if you know that we close, you want to come and sit in my house, in my room, and be running around. No, like what I said about his ex, he called and said, "Can you give me a ride?" And woman said, "Absolutely not. Why am I looking like giving you a ride? Where we coming from? So I'm not saying like I'm going to take you to come in my room and be running around. No, we are close. We are friendly. I'm not bringing you in my room, whatever. But you will see the person who will not. And she called me. She was like, "You won't believe your husband come and tell me I should give him ride. He better call you. Why he's not calling you?" And I just
And, and,
laugh about it
and that's
because
and
at
that's
that time we
good.
were. At that
Yeah.
time we were having misunderstanding. A car broke down. He don't want to call me, but he called your ex, and the girl was not having it. So you just have to know the kind of person. I'm not saying be friendly with an ex and bring the person in your house. What they know, an ex who respects you will not want to come in your house and just be running around like she owns something in the house. She would
You
know
will
her
be
boundaries.
surprised, my dear. You will be surprised the many women that would do that nonsense. But
But
at the end of the
but then
day,
you
it's,
will
it's
stand up
what
for
you can
yourself.
allow
For
and
me,
that people
for
will
me,
do with
honey,
you. Yeah.
I don't sugarcoat nothing. Once you try to cross, I'm going to tell you right in your
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
So they know that I speak out. They know that I'm bold, even though I'm friendly, but I'm ready to shash you anytime. As much as I'm friendly and lovable or whatever, once you cross the line, I'm not even going to talk it behind you. I'm going to tell you right there, don't cross the line with me. So
And
they
you're
all
right.
know
It
I'm
depends
bold.
on
So
it depends on what you allow. It depends on what you are comfortable with, and that's you, Georgia. No one can change you, but everybody is different. And even the same,
exactly,
like as the wife in the home, there's this saying that says the man will only do what the woman allows. So if you are that woman that
exactly.
will allow your husband to drop you all over the place, or I go into their ex girlfriend house, I go and eat, she cook for me, or I brought food from my ex girlfriend house,
What would I ask call
I'm
for your
just no,
husband? That crossing the
I'm just
boundary.
saying
That's not what I'm
hypothetically.
talking about.
No, no,
That's
Jojo.
not what I'm talking
I'm
about.
saying
I don't want to
hypothetically.
ask
That's how
calling for
some
my
people
yeah.
act. That's what I'm saying. That's how
Mm-hmm.
it is in some household. That's not what it's not referring to you. It's what it is in some
Mm-hmm.
household because some women, out of being married or in a relationship, they will allow a lot of things, a lot of disrespect. And I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm just saying that it's just a general thing.
Like I say,
Yeah.
if you have an ex that you're friendly with and now she wants to be cooking for your man to go to her house to eat, that's a whole nother thing. That's just crossing the line. And someone who's friendly with you who don't want a man would never do that. A lady,
Right.
you would never do that.
Right.
So you gotta watch out for the kind of friendship you have.
As
Even though I'm
yes.
friendly, but you should know what not to do. You're not
Right.
cooking. I don't even like for people to cook for my man. I don't like that.
So our first lady TJ Jackson said if any woman tells her partner not to speak to his children mother is not a decent woman. And I
No.
agree with you. I
No.
agree with you on that 100%.
Yeah. You
I
can't
agree
tell
with
him
you
not to
too.
speak to his ex-wife. Mm. Or
So
his children
I
mother.
agree with you.
No.
Joy says that hello is enough, but friendship isn't between us because the heart of a man is desperately wicked. Everybody know that, who can know it, but that's why we say you should always pray for the spirit of discernment. No, that's not
Yep.
what I am saying. I mean, keep your friendship at a limit. Okay. What we're talking about, her relationship.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
Hmm.
beautiful. So yeah, Rena. Joyce again. Sometimes some things is important to be friends with
Like
your
I said, I wish I could see her on the screen over here. On the side, I'm able to read it.
yeah, read it so it's Joyce.
I'm seeing Joyce. I only seeing the part that she said, I really want to come on.
No, we're not talking about honey, you can see that? Honey, you are muted. I can't hear you.
Something is important to be friends with your ex. It depends on how the relationship ended. If you guys ended up good, it's no problem. But if the person leave and think they will come back one day, I can be friends with my husband. Maybe she want to say I can't. I
Mm-hmm.
can't be friends with my husband ex. If that person thinking about coming back, right? You can't be friends with them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, mommy. My
That's
beautiful
from
mommy's in the
Blessing.
building. I really want to come on to give a story about ex
Tell her to
relationship.
call. Tell her to call the number. Let me put a number on the screen. She can call it on WhatsApp. The same number you called on WhatsApp the last time. She can call it. I don't know who it is, but let me put the number up and she can
That's
call.
your daughter, Joyce.
Joyce, okay, I will put the number up here and you can come on to tell your story. Honey, you can be posting the okay, so that's
And
the number
Blessing
Okay.
said,
across the screen.
Blessing said, my beautiful mommy in the building. Joy says, I really want to come on to give a story. A Blessing said, please follow, guys. And Joy says, sure, mommy. First Lady says, I agree with you, Jojo. If the children mom is genuine and respectful, I wouldn't mind being cool for the sake of the children. And Anthony say happy Saturday. And Anthony is saying,
Post that
please
link,
send
please.
me. Anthony wants the link also.
For the sake of
I
our
think that's the
children,
last.
we have to do a lot. We have to be cordial. We have to be respectful for the sake of the children because it takes a village to raise a child, not just, one
Yeah.
person. So if the ex-wife and the current wife can get along, or the ex-girlfriend or whatever can get along, hey, it's for the benefit of the children. It's not about us. Sometimes you have to let your ego and your pride, go, just for the sake
Yeah.
of nurturing our children, you know.
And when you're in a home as a wife, you have to remember this. There will be times that the ex out there will not respect you or whatever, or the children might not even respect you. Even if the children don't respect you or whatever, you have a boundary to set. But what are you setting a boundary, whatever? Don't never hit on no kids. Always love on the kids. Because if even if you take years from now, the children, even if they lie on you or whatever, years from now, they will still sit and know
They
that
will sit
you
and
did not
remember,
do
yeah.
anything to them. Yeah, they will know that. So mothers stay in the house, so women in the house, and they will start mistreating the children. Their children are different from the other kids, so we give this to the other child. Never do that. I will tell you now, as I sit here, I got 13 children. 13 because of my late husband and my ex-husband. And the children and I, we are very close. We are so when they see me, they glow, they're happy when they hear about me. And we are so close. It's unbelievable. It's just the way you take care of the kids, the way you love on them. Whether you and the husband or you and the woman not doing good in the house, you still got to love on your kids. Even when me and my ex were having problems, I was still loving on his children. Even when he was mistreating my children, there were family members were telling me, why you still want to love on your kids? I said, because they are my kids. I love all the kids until today we are divorced. And today those children are my children. They love me and I still love them. We don't know tomorrow. Sometimes your own children might not be the one that will take care of you tomorrow. So you have to be very careful when it comes to children. Whether you're in a home or not, children should always be treated rightly, respectfully, beautifully, the right way the parents supposed to take care of the kids. So mothers, when we are in the home, sometimes temptation comes and make you so angry because that woman disrespecting you, and then you don't want to love on the kids. Always, even if the kids are disrespectful, you tell them that you will not take the disrespect, but you still going to love them. Always love the kids. It will take 20 years from now, 100 years from now, whatever it is, they will remember that no matter what they did, you were still loving them. I'm not telling you, you will not say, I always set boundaries, but I've never stopped loving on my kids, always. So we have to remember that always love on the kids because some people, you see, the two mothers are forcing, and because of that, they are hitting or they're not loving the kids the way they're supposed to love on the kids because the other woman is disrespecting them. I don't care what going on, always show love. It's the key. Always love your kids. And I'm enjoying every bit of me loving on my kids. All 13 of my kids are like my kids. I'm telling you, we have to be someone for you to know that I'm not their mother. I'm enjoying every bit of my kids. And our first lady said, never bring separation between your biological children and your partner children. Be a mother to all of them and share that motherly love to make them feel secure. You are so right. And I what I did all through my both marriages. And today I'm enjoying my children. I am enjoying today my ex don't even want to be bothered with his kids because the kids are always around me or loving on me or talking about me. But because of the way I show love to them, every one of them older than my kids, and I treated them that way because my children were younger. Even when we together, I go by the oldest. Yep, you got to go to that one. You got to go to that one. It didn't matter that my children were little. I was not going to make the older one honor the no. I didn't do that. I love my children beyond. I took care of them the right way. We were all going to church the way I would buy clothes for everyone church. I did everything I could. People thought I was crazy, but no, that's the way children should be treated. And today, my kids love and respect me. So I just wanted to share that for some people. I know sometimes it's difficult to be in the home when the children are so disrespectful sometimes, but sometimes the way you will behave will make them to soften themselves if they don't want to. Hey, in the long run, they will realize that you were just doing it for their good.
Welcome, welcome, Dr. Anthony. Welcome
Dr.
to the live.
Arlington,
Dr. Anthony Soiree, welcome to the live. We are honored to have you. So you know the topic, exes communicate, partners communicating with the exes. So we talk about not having children and having children, and everybody's giving their input here. You think it's right and how the communication should be, or you're gonna set boundaries and stuff like that. So that's the topic here. So we say welcome.
Thank you very much.
Mhm.
Love to be here. Always there's some kind of thought-provoking topic on this show, and I love it. Thanks for the great work that you guys are doing. Yeah, I will start by saying it depends. It depends. Because sometimes they can get very disrespectful when one partner is communicating with the ex. It leads to something else. You know, so it depends on what the communication is all about. Sometimes the way the relationship ended, there shouldn't be any communication.
Mhm.
You know, yeah, lots of attacks. You know, uh, your partner maybe may go to the extent of calling police and getting you into jail, and I mean just a toxic relationship. And then if you want to go back to start talking to that person, then your partner you have right now will start to think with all these things that happen, why is he still talking or why she still talking to this person? Okay, let's look at kids. If you have kids in a relationship and you people are married or whether you're married or not, but let's take for example, Muku is over there. If Muku was my wife and we got divorced and I'm remarried and Muku must say got like two or three kids, you know, it depends on how Muku is going to communicate with me. All right. I would love for Muku to communicate with my wife. I would love for her to, when it
That's
comes
right.
to, I want her to do more communicate. She should communicate with my wife instead of
Yes,
being
communicating
with
with
me.
you.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's what we said. Yeah.
That's where the respect comes in because sometimes
Yep,
if I start communicating with her, it's because my children, the woman will think otherwise. And my current wife has the right to say, look, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with you and this woman
Mhm.
talking and leaving me out when it comes to the children.
yep,
So it depends on the kind of person you are married to. Some people like for other people to just disrespect the person they with, you know. So if this lady that I have out there, we have children, and she doesn't want to communicate with my wife, and my wife and I are taking care of the children, then it means that she's being very ungrateful because when she's not around, my wife is there doing a lot of things for the children.
Mhm.
So that relationship has to be between the both of them. That's where I'm coming from. Yeah.
and you
And
are
that's
so right, doctor. And that's what I was talking about. Like when I was in the home and this lady want to pick up her kid, she will not communicate with me. And even when my husband at work, she wants to call the husband and say, "Oh, I'm going to pick up the kid," and the kid with me though.
Yeah, that's
I said,
wrong.
no, it's not happening. She's not coming to my house. I said, absolutely not.
Yeah.
If she can call me, she can
Yeah.
come to my house. And I make sure she will not come to my house. And now today, the husband are not together. The husband have not even seen our child for 3 years. And but because of me in the relationship, so that what I said, so people have to put their thing aside. I told her, you don't talk to me, you call him at work, who you think taking care of your kids at house?
Yeah.
You don't come to my house. And I
And
told her, you don't step to my
why is she
house.
calling him at work? Why is he even allowing her
Exactly.
to call at work?
Thank you.
And it
Thank
means
you.
something is not right. I mean, they
Yes,
still have something going on. Is there anything
exactly.
that they have going on that the wife doesn't know about?
That's what I said. I said,
Yeah,
except they get something going on,
yeah,
because if
yeah,
you don't have, I don't know, your child will never in the man life. I come before the child come into the house. The child is at the house, the man is not there. I'm taking care of the child. The child is telling you how this woman is nice. The child love me. But you only want to communicate with the man and not me. And I
yeah,
was loving the kid, but I told her you would not come to my house. You would not
yeah,
pick up the kid. And
yeah,
then one time we went to I took all the kids to a barbecue, and that's the reason. Sometimes you have to put your foot down. And she
Mhm.
wanted the kid, and she thinks she will go to the barbecue and get her son. I said, "You're not coming to the barbecue and get your son." She talked to him. I said, if she talked to me, go, or else she's not coming over here. She's not
Mhm.
coming. I'm not giving her the address, and she's not coming over here. You have to respect me. As much as
Yeah,
I'm nice, I will still, you will not disrespect me. I never let no one to disrespect me.
yeah,
No.
that was not right. We have to learn to respect each other. We have to set that straight. It's just a simple communication. If you communicate with the person in the house who is taking care of your child, look, people need to understand that this woman or man in the house have the ability to do something to your child.
Mhm.
You should
Yep.
have that at the back of your mind. All right. So if you are going against this lady, this lady is cooking for your child. This
Yep.
lady is taking the child to the hospital whenever the child is sick. So where are you coming from having problem with somebody who is cooking for your child, who is taking care of your child? You understand what I'm saying? So the husband will be the problem because he need to set the record straight and say, look, please communicate with my wife. You can call me sometimes, yes, but I want you to communicate with my wife. When it comes to the children, this woman is doing a lot, and I want you to communicate with her. I want it both for you to have that communication. But I keep going to work, the children in the house with my wife, and then you calling me at work because you want to come and take the children. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't show any respect.
Okay, let me come
And
in
that's
for
why, like you
the
say, sometimes it can be from the man. The man didn't set the
Yes,
boundary. If a man
yes,
stand up and say, "Don't call me," you want to talk, you
yes,
talk to my wife. The
yes,
woman would know what's up. But
yes,
sometimes the man that had the man handle it, and I had the woman would disrespect their wife.
exactly. Yep.
Yep.
And let me come in, Victoria. You asking how can I come on? If you look down on the comment section, you will see a link that has been placed in the comment section. Just click on the link and follow the instruction. You'll be able to come on. If you cannot come on physically, there's a number down here, 763-288-2878. You can call that number and we can listen to you live on the show as well. So that's the number there, okay? So, like I was saying, that before you got on, I said
Mhm.
that that's the mistake a lot of us women make. We meet a man who has been separated or who has, who was in a relationship, maybe marriage, divorce, or just relationship with children, and they separated or break up, and we just run into that relationship. The man say, "Oh yes, I was married before I divorced, and we got two children," and we just
Yeah.
accept it. But a good woman will say to this man, "Okay, I understand you have children." I got children too, or I don't have children, but that's okay. Children are blessing. But
Yep.
before we go into anything or deeply into anything, I think I have to communicate with your ex because that's your children mother. You have to
Yeah.
build that relationship. I'm not talking about personal relationship,
Mhm.
body relationship, but I have to build that relationship between your children mother and I so we can be in the same place.
Yeah.
Because like Jojo said or Honey said, I'm not gonna be at work. Then you calling my husband or texting my husband at 2 o'clock in the morning to tell me, say, "Oh, Johnny
Yeah.
got felt cold, he not feeling well. Please come pick him or while he laying down near me, squeezing my nipple." And he
No.
come up and near me to come take Johnny to hospital. I know I'm a mother because if
Yeah.
my child sick, if I'm home, my child sick, and my ex, I'm not calling my ex. I would take Johnny to the hospital first before I call my ex to tell him, say, "Oh, me and Johnny to the hospital." You understand?
Mhm.
So that's
Yeah.
why you always be able to build that relationship. So I can text you and say, "Okay, Precious, please tell Anthony I'm at the hospital with Mary because she's not doing well. Just to let you know. But everything is okay for now. Anything gets serious, I will call you." That's how the
Yeah.
communication is supposed to be. But a lot of women will misbehave because they still have feelings
But let me
because they
come in
didn't
there,
work.
Muku. Not everybody will build that relationship. So I don't want us
Yeah.
No,
to
I
just
know, but
focus
that's what I'm
on the
saying.
wife
That's why
trying to
we
get your
should.
permission or trying to get you involved. Let me tell you something. Once you have married somebody who has a child or children from a previous relationship, that is an automatic agreement to being a part of this person's life and anything that came from the past.
Mhm.
And we're women. It's like it's very hard for us to get along. Much more, you talk something what I had before. There's always going to be what's going on with the camera.
I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to fix it. There you go.
Okay. Yep.
There will always be some sort of feeling in that relationship. Yes, however, it is up to the man to say, look, this is my wife, and she is going to be a part of the planning when it comes to these children. She is going to be informed. She is even going to be coming along with me to their graduation, their open houses, their everything, because why? She is my wife. Yes, and the man has to set that precedent for that ex-wife or girlfriend to know and accept. Like, I'm not going to go outside of my wife when it comes to you. Well, when it comes to my children, my wife will be involved with everything. And some women will, sometimes some of them, the decent good ones, will say okay, they will agree. But sometimes when a woman is, when she has this vendetta, when she has this unhealed wound inside of her, it's going to be hard for her to even listen to the man. So as a wife in this scenario, you have to use your best judgment. You have to go with what God has called you to be as a wife, a support, emotional, spiritual, nurturing support for your husband, and love his children regardless. When these children come home, some women will not allow their kids to even come in your house. They will
Yeah.
say, well, since you're living with that woman, my children is not coming to that house. There
Mm-hmm.
are women who will just kick against everything that that good
It's
wife,
positive. Yeah.
out of the love of her husband, will
Yeah.
want to do. So we have to give it we have to be neutral in the middle, that yes, even though you would try as a good wife to want to support your husband in every way and to be involved in the kids' lives, but their moms would just be filled with animosity, that they're not even going to look at it from a godly perspective to want to have you involved, and
Yeah.
because of bitterness and resentment. So we have to keep an open mind. Not every woman will agree to you on this. No.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree
but
with
every woman
that.
will not agree like
That's,
you. Every woman will not agree like you say, but it will bring a problem on. Like I know one of my cousins that happened to the children mom, the child mom outside said, "Oh, I didn't have a child with you. Look, what I think. I didn't have a child with you, so I don't have to deal with you. He's the one I have a child with, so I the one I will only deal with him. I don't have your time." You know, when she put out, my cousin said, "Okay." So when the man get up to go to work and he was sent for other time for 6 months, the girl did not get her child. He pick up her child because hey, I don't want that conflict between us. When the girl was complaining stuff, if the man didn't take care of the other thing, the woman said, hey, sure, I
And
didn't
that's
have a child,
fine. And that's fine,
you
because
know.
that's the
And then
standard she
later
has
on,
created.
she started to feel like her child was abandoned because the other stepkids were having the, you know, all the other thing, but her daughter was not because you pull her away. So we have to be careful. You
That's
cannot be the
on her,
one
Jojo.
disrespecting me. You can't be
Sorry.
disrespecting someone. If you tell someone, hey, I don't want you fight, you're not the one, I have the child by, you should stand by your word because a lot of the men, you know, they work in the Twitter, they don't pay much attention. A lot of
yeah.
the men, 94% of the men, leave everything with their wives when it comes to the children. So when you start to do that and the lady pull away, and you have to only communicate with the man and deal with your child, that child will be left out because the men not ready pressing on like the women will. So you have to be very
But Jojo,
careful.
that's on that's on your cousin, because at the end of the day, if I have extended that grace to my ex, my husband's ex, and you're refusing on it, hey, I've done my part. I'm not gonna come and
Exactly.
have it to knock me down or make me feel like okay. So it's on you. If you're not going to allow your kids to have any sort association with me because of me, you wanna distance them from their father. It's on you. Those children, all that husband has to do is make sure he's calling his children every day. Is being present
Yep.
for whatever is going on in the life. And even if, let me be honest with you, even if that ex-wife says I shouldn't go to anything, trust me, I'm gonna sit my butt home. I'm not going, because what I don't
Yep.
want is for anyone to disrespect me and I get out of character. So as you
Hmm.
wish, I will honor your wishes. Okay, we have, for the sake of peace, you have to maintain your peace. So you cannot allow just anything or anyone to disrupt it. If she
Yeah.
doesn't, if she doesn't want those kids, by the grace of God, when those kids get older, to where they'll be like, you know what, I'm going to my daddy's house today. Like, here in America, when especially here in Minnesota, the children get to have a say now, even because I work in the in child protection. So I know the judges will ask these children, the attorneys will ask these children, what do you want? And
Yeah.
these children will say, look, I want to go live with my daddy. And she cannot do anything about it because why these children have spoken and the judge will act on the best interest of the child. I'm not going to
Yeah.
run around here and worry about ex-wife being bitter and then I'm going to come and make myself feel miserable because you don't want to allow me to be in the lives of your children. It's on you. So long as the father and his children are having a relationship,
Yeah.
that's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you see the stepmother acting that way and the husband in the home acting the same way, that means two of them still banking one another. Okay?
That's
Because that, yes, they are banking one another. Because that happened to my sister, my own biological sister, when she found out her husband had a baby out there. You know, she still accepted the child, but it came to the point where the woman was like, no, I don't want her taking care of my child. I only want the man to be the one to hold my child. If I see the child, I call the social worker. And then the man, okay, I will come to your house to come see the child before we load the second baby came.
Oh.
okay.
Before we
So
load, it
let's
was a
address.
divorce.
You
So
see?
when the man agreed to start going to the woman house now to go see the child and all those things, and me two of them banking one another. Because if you have your wife, you have to set that example and give that respect to your wife. But if you think you have to, okay, I'm going to my ex house to go visit the children, that's just a no no, you
Yeah.
know.
So
I think
let
So
us address
in a
some
relationship, people
some
just need to be.
comment here. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just address some of our comments here. So Nicole said, I stand with
yes,
you
first
both
lady, they
ways.
be banking
You
one
are
another.
right. You are right.
Mhm.
First lady said, never bring separation between your biological children and partner children. Be a mother to all of them. That's true. You're right about that. She said, I finally caught my auntie and her friends talk show today. Y'all will pay me for my comments. So Hayaka, okay, be there or become celebrated and then you enjoy. So this is the link that I posted. So if you want to be a part of this, you can just click on the link. And you guys, if you're seeing any other comment over there, y'all please put it on the screen, okay? You are a real talk show host. Keep, I don't know who keeping keep praying. I don't know who she is. She said we are a real talk show host. Yeah, welcome. Hey Albertine, welcome. Hi to you. How are you doing today? We are doing great. Thank you for asking. I disagree, Herbert. You disagree with what? Please let us know your disagreement. You do not need to build a relationship with a current wife. Ah,
We don't need
oh,
a relationship, but for the children's sake,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
I
should
think.
just have that talk for the children.
Yeah. Yeah. You
if
Talk
can.
it's
for
a
You
the
can.
children. You don't
relationship,
have to have
that
Yeah.
relationship.
communication has to be
We're talking
open.
about communication between you, the kids, for the kids' sake. Nobody need ex. Who care to be friendly with ex? Nobody care, but it's just our relationship when it comes to the kids.
Yeah.
Eh,
It is.
That's
It is in the.
fine.
It is just in the interest of the
Anthony
children.
Pierre,
You know.
Anthony gave
yeah.
us the songs.
It is in the interest of the children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You
This
have to
singer is
have.
absolutely right. I don't know which one of them, but everybody, yeah, I think is right on the show today. I met somebody. Yes, we preaching here. We'll preach on the show too. You know, we'll go places where even a pastor they choose not to go, like place we can go. Preach, my sister. Yes, honey bunch, preach. But you know, honey bunch, that evangelist here, your
But you
call
know,
supposed
that
to
some
preach.
people don't understand because
Here
when the
is your
stepmom or
call.
whatever be doing this, it makes the children to grow up badly. Because you start making the children to grow up not being respectful. And then the children were not respectful to that stepmom, start to be disrespectful to the teacher, to their
Yeah.
auntie, to the ever. So you have to put not because you're someone not together, another woman in the home, you start to make your children to come up disrespectfully. If you think you're doing it to that stepmom or that wife in the home, you are ruining your kids because a lot of
Yeah.
kids come disrespectful because of the way their mom do it because of the relationship thing.
Yeah. And the way they program the children that stepmothers are bad. Some people just put it in the hands of the children and say, look, your stepmother is not good. Be very careful with that woman. This
Yes.
Hey,
woman is in the house taking care of your child. And like I'm saying, this is something you have to be very strategic about because it is the life of your child.
Yep.
exactly,
You don't know what
exactly.
is happening in that house when you are not there.
Right.
This woman is taking care of that child 24 hours, 7 days a week. The woman is there with the child. And maybe you only get the child once or twice in the week or in the weekend.
Mhm.
All right. Look,
So, but let me say something, like I said,
mhm,
you a woman who misbehave and tell her children to misbehave because she's not in the picture is because she still has feelings for those children or for that man. And I said this on my platform and I will repeat it. Like Jamil was growing up, she asked me, Mommy, what's a stepmom is? I could have given her a better answer, but I told her a stepmom is a fake mother. Why did I say that? Because I felt this man was mine, and it was because of her, and he came in the picture. I would stay hurt because I didn't do nothing wrong. We didn't have no confusion. It was just a separation from one country to another that brought that. And when she went to, to her dad, she looked at the woman. She said, "You stepmom, you are my stepmom, so you are not my real mom." And the woman started crying. The woman, you are a fake mother. The woman started crying. So I'm saying this, if you still got feeling for that man, that's when you misbehave. But if you don't have feeling for that man, I think you would be neutral. You wouldn't care because it's the well-being of your children, and that's period. It's the well-being of
Yep.
your children, and that is it. Nothing else. That is
And,
it.
and,
The
and
well-being
Muku,
of your
some men
children.
aren't that strong to know that, hey, no matter what my ex does, even because some
Mhm.
current wife would just be jealous
Yeah,
of
that's how women
that
are.
past relationship, and they will not wanna, wanna engage with his children. So either way, he has to be the one to do all that he needs to do as a father in the kids' life,
Yep.
because
yeah,
if he allowed these women on both sides to dictate how he gets to spend time with his children, then these children, then he just gonna give up,
Yes.
especially if he is not that kind of a man that loves the
Yep.
drama. He's too quiet. He wants his peace. But let me tell you something: when you fight for your children, and let me tell you something, men can even make that wife. He can even break that wife. You know the thing, I respect my husband. Let me tell you, my husband is a father, and not just to his own biological, to many. That man said, when it comes to my children, I love my children. You know, the man would make that woman, that wife, even love his children based on how you communicate it, based on how you say it. And let me tell you something: when this man goes to see his children all the time, and sometimes I even ask him, I say,
Oh my
aren't you going to
God.
see these kids today? Because at the end of the day, I love to see a man that loves his children. Because when that man can take care of his children, he would definitely take care of you as a wife. So I don't know why some wives would just want to cause rift, from their exes, their husband ex homes and all of that stuff. It's not the children's fault. In as much as sometimes we women we would want to be, some type of way, but honestly, it's not the children's fault. So we just need to I don't know, I don't want to say fake it to make it, because no one wants to pretend, cover your feelings because you feel like, oh, I'm too afraid. If I don't speak my feelings, then my marriage will be broken or whatever. It's good to communicate your feelings, and you guys can come to that conclusion. And he would be like, look, babe, I'm just going there to see the children, or look, babe, the children is going to come here to spend a weekend with us. Make it inclusive. And it's up to a good wife, a godly wife, that will allow all of these things to happen. Because when you are brought up in that same environment where you saw your parents nurturing other children outside of you all, that's going to be something that you're going to grow up with, and it's going to be hard for you to stand against any man trying to keep that relationship with his children. And fathers, let me tell you something: don't allow the women out here to break you. Those children need you. And let me just say one thing, Muku. Working in child protection, now I understand, like how before, if the fathers didn't want to be involved, the social workers and stuff like that wouldn't mind. But now let me tell you something: it is mandated. The court
It
system would
is.
say, yeah, the court system would say, where are the fathers? Reach out to the father, so you will be there. Looking, just the other day here, we found another father that has not been in his child's life since the age of 3, and this girl is 17 years old. So we found him, we located him, we said, look, we want you involved because the mom is not doing good. And instead of us taking and putting these kids in foster homes, We want a kinship, which is that's what it's called. A kin, an immediate family member, the parents or family member, whatever, to take these children because we believe that if these children are with familiar faces, they will thrive good.
Yeah.
Okay, they will grow. Their mentality, that their mental statuses will be better. So I'm gonna admonish you, fathers. Don't let that thing from your ex-wife or even your
But
current
but
wife to
but
make you
honey,
not want to build a relationship with your children.
sometimes
No,
too, when it comes to the children issue, sometimes too, the mothers are the one that pushes the fathers away.
but
The
that's what
mothers
I'm
are the
saying,
one that do that.
and
And
that's what I'm
secondly,
saying.
all in all, when you have children, either your marriage present or absent or previous, all you need to do is to set your boundaries. Tell this woman, this is my wife. You will
Yeah,
communicate. Tell the children, this is my wife. And as you respect your mother, you will respect my wife. And this is my husband. As you respect your father, you will respect my husband. You are bound to
exactly.
do
Yeah.
that. You
Yeah.
also put your
And,
foot
and,
down.
and,
Yeah,
and
Now let's go through the
honey,
comment again. Let's go through the comment.
honey, it depends on the relationship that will make your husband to leave to go visit his children to the
hmm
ex house.
hmm
That's a whole nother thing. For the
hmm
husband to, for the children not to come in the home, and you
hmm
husband leaving your home to go to
hmm
the ex house to go
hmm
visit, that got to be a good relationship with the wife and the ex.
Yeah.
and that's
For
that's
the wife, yeah,
on
that's
trust
a
too.
whole nother, because if an
Yeah,
ex who disrespectful
yeah,
and stay in love with the man, for you to have your man getting up to go to her house to sit down there for hours,
uh-uh.
no, no, no. That got to depend on the relationship.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
Harbor say your cousin is a fool. I don't know who he was referring to. And some wives are bitter and controlling too. Let us not forget that. Some women will play the nice role, but the moment they marry to that man, boom, their true color
It's
shows.
true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why we
You
got to
never,
be,
you know,
yeah, that's true.
people can pretend
hmm
and then later on they show their true
Their
colors.
true
So,
colors.
but
Yeah.
what we are seeing here is in the interest of the children.
Mhm.
That's the bigger picture. You have to look at the
Yes.
children. Yes, it's in the interest of the children. Put your relationship or problems aside and just say, look, you know why? In the interest of my child, I'm going to be a nice person. We all need to raise these children so that they can be successful tomorrow and become productive citizens in the society. But if you say because of a relationship with the man, oh, we had a major problem, and I don't want to be bothered with the woman his way because he was going out with the woman before he left me, you know why? He's going to be hurting your child. So
Yeah.
I'm about to leave. My wife and I are going to the store right now, but I just want to say this to all men and women out there: let us take good care of our children, whether it is yours or not. The role you play in that child's life, God is going to bless you. Do
Yep.
not take up your relationship problems and dump it on the children.
Exactly.
The children are innocent. They don't have, they are not responsible for what transpired between you and the other person.
Nope.
So these children, when they go to school, they sit with each other and they talk. They
Yeah.
share their stories,
Yeah.
you know, and they are all sometimes they are frustrated.
hmm
It's going to impact them, their mental health,
Yeah.
and they're doing their homework, performing in school. All these things have effect on the children only because somebody say, "I don't want you. I don't, you and my second be together because of certain reason." And sometimes the reason will only be because they are getting divorced because one person said, "Don't answer my cell phone. Don't check in my cell phone. I don't want you to check in myself. I don't want you to check." But some stupid reason people get divorced. And
hmm
in Minnesota here is a no fault state. You can divorce
Yeah.
somebody because you don't like the way they live.
Right.
So,
Yep.
and because of that, you'll have that bitterness,
Then why you
and then
marrying when you are laughing?
it translates to to the children,
Mm,
and then the children start getting their problems, and it starts for the depression, and other things start coming. And then
hmm
another thing I love to talk about: some people do these things to the extent where they take the children away and take them to foster care. The children go to foster care. This is one topic I want us to discuss. What
Well.
happened to the children in foster care?
mhm,
Mm, mm,
Children go
mm,
through,
mm, mm.
and the state I've heard that whenever they dump these children in foster care, they don't go back to check to see how they're doing. I don't know whether it's true. I want to do a research on that. But
We got social worker. Yeah, I don't think it's true. They do
And,
annual
and
checking.
let me, and that's what I said.
Mhm.
Because I just got a case that mom has 6 kids.
Yeah.
She moved from Missouri to Minnesota, been here for a long time, remarried. She
Hmm.
has one daughter that the father has not been in the life. I don't know the circumstances, but he admitted that yes, I have not been in my child's life since the age of 3, and I would like to be involved. And trust me, we want that. We
Yeah.
want that. Even if it means for us to have DNA tests to adjudicate this
Yeah.
father, to make sure in the system that that's the biological father. We do everything in our power. Like how people say, oh, social workers, they are messy. They just want to, destroy families. No, that's not what it is
No,
anymore.
that's not what it is.
That's
I
not
don't
what it is
think so.
anymore.
Yeah.
Even if they are in foster care, they still and I will still communicate with the parents. I still make home visits, make sure these parents are doing what they need to do for these children. We will give you the benefit of the doubt to prove to us that you are capable of taking care of your children. Now, if we deem it necessary that these children are being neglected, abused, whatever,
Mhm.
trust me, we're taking them out the house. And sometimes we take away their parental rights. Yes. So but before that happens, we want to make sure that these fathers are involved, because let me tell you, statistic shows that children that have their fathers in their life, they
Yeah.
thrive to the
Yeah.
best of
Try.
their
Yeah.
abilities. Yes.
Yep.
So we women, we need to make sure that even though some of these men will hurt us and hurt us to the core,
It's about
but
our children.
forgive,
It's about the children.
forgive them for the
It's
sake
about
of your
yeah,
children. Yes.
yeah. It's
Yes.
Yeah.
not even about forgiving. Just behave.
And one of the thing that I see happening, and I just wanted to say out here, for example, the husband and wife, you guys are married, and the other children out there got child support. Just because there's a child support doesn't mean the father cannot buy the daughter or clothes or whatever. I see some people say, "Oh, they on child support, I'm not buying
Ma,
nothing."
Yeah.
That
ma,
money ain't nothing that you give it to a parent. So I'm just saying this, that some of the fathers, you
it's
need to
true.
know, even though you
Exactly.
paying that child support,
Mhm.
it's okay to buy some clothes for your children when school opening. It's okay to buy some things for your kids. Just because you pay child support doesn't mean you can't
Mhm.
do anything for your kids. When my ex and I were together, he was doing child support. I said he
And
was
do an
mad.
extra.
I didn't care. He was like, I pay child support. I said, yep. And so what? I was still buying no children clothes and
Yeah.
doing whatever it takes to get
Yeah.
them when they come over. So I
Yeah.
just want to appeal and talk to people who pay their child support,
Jojo,
who
the
feel
next
like because
topic.
of child support,
Yeah.
they cannot
Jojo,
do anything
And
else for
and
their
and and you
kids.
are so right, Jojo. And I will
and
tell
Jojo,
you,
our next topic, honey, just a minute. The next topic would be men. Does child support define you as a father?
Hmm. All right. Okay. All right. I'll see you
That's
guys.
where we're
I'll be
at,
there.
honey. Yeah, we'll see you
right,
Thank
next
you,
doctor.
week. That's a
doctor.
wrap. Yeah, Trinity, I will see you. Thank you for coming on. We see you next week. So,
And it's true, Jojo.
let's.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because you know how many men say, "Oh, because I pay in child support, that's all they would get out of me." Come on now, and let me tell you something. I know my husband. He will listen to me, but hey, I will get, like I said, this man, he pays plus he does more. He will come get those kids, and every time, every weekend that these children are with him, he spends over 200, $300 in addition. And it's the total of mine two that I have in the house plus the other three. Okay, so five. Just imagine they have him wrapped around their fingers. And sometimes I'd be like, do you have to spend money all the time? But hey, that's who he is. And it depends on the man.
Mhm.
If that's how that man is, he would do that. Nobody has to tell him, hey, just because you're paying child support, you can do something extra for your children. No, it shouldn't
Yeah.
be that way.
And I see a
So,
lot of
how
fathers
about
say that, oh, I pay child support, I'm not giving. I struggle like that with my ex, but I didn't even listen to him because how much is the child support? You know, the sister probably taking some, and our child support. Do you know how much we spend on food a week for these
oh
children?
yeah,
That money ain't
even
nothing. And even
McDonald's,
if you think it's, even if
McDonald's
the
for
money
you.
is much,
Mhm.
it's good for you to take your kids to shopping, good for you to take your kids on vacation. It's good for you to do things on your, don't
Yeah.
not only that child support. They need to just, you know, get it
So,
together when it comes to that.
I would say,
Let's go to the
this
comments,
is
Muku. Yeah.
one situation with your cousin. I don't know. I think you were talking about,
Our
having
cousin
a child.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, earlier.
I am blessed to have Massa Rolling as my daughter's stepmom, and that's a blessing that people can acknowledge that the
Yeah.
child or
Yep.
the children has good stepmother. If a man is not paying attention to his kids, he is not a good man. A man
Mhm.
is the covering of his wife and children. Men are
Mhm.
called to love their wives as Christ loved the church. Agree with you 100%.
Amen,
Jojo
Herbert.
will still be baking, baking for what?
Banking can still be
Baking.
banking. That
Thank
means
you.
yeah.
Knocking. Naja
Yeah.
mentioned they still be knocking. Yes, so they still be banking. Let me catch you. I will cut your titty off. Hmm. I don't know who this sister in is in the pink. That what he talking about you?
Polka dot. They're talking
Hi,
about
honey.
honey.
Pink Polka Dot. She making more sense than the other females. That's okay. Yes, and that is
Okay,
good.
that's okay. That's your understanding. That's okay.
That's okay. Why she live for Ghana? That's Jesse. Jesse is the guy that work and do all my online stuff. Hey Vic, thank God you are feeling much better. Thank you, sis. And it started with the man. God is a God of order. God, God over man, man over women, women over children. Thank you. That's true. We agree with you. This sister is solid. Which one? I think that's Honey. Honey is very solid. Yeah. Good topic. Seiji Suku. Oh, Suku. Thank you, Honey Seiji. Thank you. Good topic. One of the problem in our African community is that most men are not God fearing. The women
Yep.
are always the one that are solid in the things of God than the men. And he's right. I don't Herbert, you are so right. That's good. That you're right. My sister, it starts with the man. Yes, it does. It starts with the man. It starts with the man, yeah. What else? Balance the equation to now. Mhm. The system does not give all of the money to the mother as well, which is the child support. They don't give all. They take taxes out. Great topic, ladies. It's good to get away from gossip sometimes. We're always getting away from gossip, Eugene. And to be honest, we don't do gossip here. We only talk about drama once in a while, you know.
We need
Thanks,
some positivity in our Liberian community because it's brutal. It's brutal on the social media now.
This year is
ladies.
brutal.
Oh, it's brutal. It's
Thank
brutal.
and I mean here that's what that's another topic for different you dance too many verse. You laugh too much of it. Thanks, lady. I really appreciate this conversation. And yeah, next week you're gonna come back. We'll continue. And she calling her friend. They're calling people to come on. Partner, yes, Rufus. So so this is a beautiful topic. It's 12:17. We get off at 12:30. So anything else you guys will want to put on tomorrow next week, we will continue with this topic. And before we come up with our topic, like Josephine just raised the topic, this is the table talk. We have open conversation. Sometimes we bring something, we deviate from that thing, we jump to another thing. That's how we go here. Hi Peter. How are you? Welcome as well. So next week, does child support define you as a father? But women pay child support too. But a woman that pays child support never forget about her children, though. But it's kind of weird for a woman to pay child support. It's hard unless that woman has been rooted as a unfit mother. That's the only way a man gets that child and pay child. The woman pay child support. That's the only way. It's really hard in our community, but it happened. I really don't see a woman paying child support easily unless she's rooted as a unfit mother, and then they give the child full time to the father. Right, honey? That's the only way.
Yep.
But a woman who pays child support never say, "Oh, because I pay child support, I can't buy a socks for my child." No, she does not do that. That's what makes her a mother. But a lot of times, men that pay $200 every 2 weeks, they think it's too big. It's too big. So that's the next topic for next week. Does child
Rufus
support
is trying to
define
come
you?
on Muku. He said he doesn't see the link.
I sent a link to his WhatsApp. But it's almost time. He just got a few minutes. I sent it to your WhatsApp partner. Check there. You see it, your WhatsApp. Both WhatsApp. I sent a link there.
Peter
Hmm.
Mensa said
All
my
of this
daughter
whole
mom needs to
topic.
pay child support.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Peter Mensah, yeah. How is everybody doing? We are doing good. He said, well, good afternoon, ladies. Phil say hi, my sister. And then he said, yeah, my daughter man needs to pay. Oh, I thought he said needs to pay child support to you. Why? Can you
What were
tell
you
us
doing?
why?
Take her for child support.
Why? He said she need to pay child support. He probably doing everything and she do a
You
damn
probably
thing.
doing everything.
But the thing is, nowadays, a lot of men are assuming the roles of women, because some women, they are not about children anymore. Let's talk so and talk so. It's not always, we're not always going to lay all the problems on men. Some women just want to have pleasure. Some women
Yep.
just, sometimes your jobs, it requires you to even travel out of state, but the men, the fathers, the good men will step in and become and be fathers to these children. Either way, I mean, it's all to benefit our children, and when we
I
have to
have
put
my
away all the
brother.
negativity for the sake of
My
our
brother,
children.
what my brother ex is paying child support to him. He ended up getting the kids. So sometimes it depends, like you said, where the mother will act, what will happen. Then the system will end up giving the kids to the father.
My brother took care of two children in child support, but he still do more for them. He don't care
Yeah,
about it. He really
right.
don't care. So the topic is across the stream here: partners communicating with their ex, with children or without children. That's the topic right there. Okay. So
And all of the whole topic just lead to love. If we could just love one another,
That's it.
respect one another, and care for one another, this it would just be easy. But the
That's it.
hit is too much. The brutal is too much.
You know what,
what am I
Jojo?
getting brutal for again? What am I?
Now
I'm
you know that the brutal that the topic for the 2025.
It's
uh
Brutus.
a Brutus, all of the topic a Brutus. Yeah.
Ah,
But anyway, Susanna,
everything is
I want to
brutal
say
now.
hi to Buko in the rest. How are you? Welcome to the show. And it was wonderful following. Yes, Rufus, we miss you today. Hope you on tomorrow or next week. 42K a year is not a chicken change. Really, 42K a year that they paying to for child support, right? That's a lot of money. And a lot of times
Who
they don't
paying for the 2K?
a
Now who paying
year.
for the 2K?
A year.
Who pay for the 2K?
Some people pay that.
Some people
Yeah, but
pay
who
that,
there talk?
Jojo.
I know
No, no,
some people
Anthony,
do, but the
He
person who
said,
talking,
let's
Anthony,
see what he says here.
Anthony, he said 42K
He
is a
says it's
lot.
not chicken cheese. That's how much they
Anthony,
pay for a year for child support. For child support.
because you
So,
get plenty of children, how you will not pay for the 2K and
yeah,
both
it
one
depends
and
on your
the
income. If you pay
responsibility.
that
And it
the
depends
people don't
on the children that you have.
the
and
people go
then,
by
and,
what
and
you earn
here's
or
a and
whatever.
here's
So
another advice for men. If you know you're not going to settle with some
Hold on,
of these
hold on,
women,
hold on,
please wrap
hold
it
on,
up.
hold on,
Wrap
hold on.
it up. There is no need for you to go for like a one night stand and then a baby comes out of it. And then guess what? You run away from your responsibility. Whereas you could have just, wrapped it up, and then there would be no issue where you paying
Hold on.
so many child support here, there, and yonder. You just
So,
make sure
yeah,
if you're not ready for
Mukula,
children, you wrap it
yeah,
up.
so
yeah,
we got one
Mukula
person.
read the
It's
rest of the
time for
talk,
us to leave.
the
We got
comments.
somebody calling for Liberia. Want to give their input. You are live, Joy. Go ahead. We only got a couple of minutes to be on, and we still got something to comments to read. Joyce, can you hear me? Go ahead. Give your input. You only got 3 minutes. 2 minutes rather. Are you there? All right. You have to call back. Okay. We don't have much time. You have to call back.
Let's read comments quick until the
Yes.
call come back in.
So Rufus is here. Rufus, look at you can't little. So then he said only 5% of women paying child support. That's what I said. A lot of women don't pay child support. I love this topic, ladies. Thank you, Dora. And then you can come next week, Lisa. It will be on next week. We're continuing. And what's her name? I'm sorry, okay. And then who else here? Oh wow, my ex refused to talk to me for years. Well, we will have to continue this next week. I agree, Jojo. You know, something Jojo said, and Raminda said she agree. And who else? All of 2025 will be very brutal.
Brutus.
Oh, I see a lot of them. They're coming from somewhere. I took my daughter for one. I took
Ma,
my
we
daughter
will call New Year, yeah.
We're
Mm.
not starting
I
nothing
took
on
my
this
daughter
on this
from one
platform.
year. Okay, I see. Peter says that he took his daughter from 1 year, 2 months the did not do anything at all. That is why she needs to. Oh, she didn't do anything. He took your daughter from 2 years old, from 1 year to whatever, 1 year, 2 months old, and she did not do anything to pay. So that's why he said he asked you pay child support.
And now
Okay.
she's 22 years old.
The
So
look at
wow.
just leave that thing. Your daughter will pay you when she get her
And you
degree.
guys, let me just say something. You guys,
Sarah,
it's okay. You guys are enjoying everything. Sorry. But if you look on the, we have the star button. It's okay
oh
for you guys to send us stars. You
yes.
know, it's good for you to send us some stars. Those stars will help us to be able to help some people that in need. So anytime you are most welcome, you can send us star cash app. Answer for the cash app number, we'll give it to you. Well, you it is okay to send
And
us
then,
stars, okay?
then
Because we want to be able
secondly,
to help other people out there.
yeah, and then secondly, we are working on doing our live studio guest studio audience where we'll be live. We need money to get, the video recorder, people to, air our program for us as well. Rufus will come to you right after all these comments because we'll soon be finishing, okay? Sarah say happy International Women Month to you all.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Cyrus.
Sarah. And then Sarah say wrap it up or wash your
Someone said
hands
20 stars.
outside.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for the 20 stars.
20 stars. Okay. Oh, you see it? I don't know.
Maybe it's on my
My
end,
daughter
yeah.
might say yes. So okay, we'll look at it. Thank
Teresa
you.
said 20 stars.
Okay, thank you, Teresa. We
Another person
off the
said 50
show.
stars.
Thank you. So, guys, every one of y'all come on. A lot of
It
people come. They love the show. They
could
got
be one
positivity things
cent,
to say about the show. So, my only
5 cents.
request to y'all: follow all the platforms, follow our platforms, share our different platforms. For this table talk, we don't really shake table, so we don't have a lot of followers. We only got about
Thank you,
maybe
Teresa. Thank you for the stars. Maybe we need to be talking about the star.
mm-hmm.
People are sending stars right now. Thank you, Teresa.
We
50
only got
stars.
about we only got about 7,000 followers on the Table Talk Show, and we got our different platforms. You guys can follow us. Support us. With next week we'll put the cash app. Your sentence. We want to do our live studio audience. We want this Liberian platform, the dominated Liberian platform, to go beyond. Not just sitting and gossiping and talking. We want to
Above
be
and
able to
beyond.
do. We want to
Mhm.
have a live studio. This would be the first Liberian live studio, but it takes money. We already got the studio. Somebody came out and volunteered the studio to this thing.
Amen.
But we just need to, put things together. We're going to be talking about children with disability. We're going to be talking a lot of different things and having guests from, different places to be a part
And
of
we
this
will be taking
live
questions in the audience. So the
event.
questions will only be people that are in the audience.
Yes.
So you
So,
guys will be
and
welcome to
because
come to the studio.
we need money to pay Sarah because Sarah will charge us to be in the studio.
And what I want to say also, for our Liberian families, if you are having trouble, you in your family that you want any information on, especially when it comes to the child protection of our states. Um, I am a licensed social worker and I work with child protection. You can come on here and ask questions. If you want to
Sarah sent us
DM me,
stars.
you can do all of that because the more informed, the better we will be as a community.
Sarah sent us 99 stars.
Thanks,
Yay.
Cyrus.
So Rufus,
But
Yes.
Sarah,
welcome.
let Sarah talk a little bit because we're about to go. Oh, we
Sarah,
got only
not
two
yet
more
like
minutes to get
No,
out.
no, Cyrus, not Rufus.
Rufus,
I mean, Rufus.
yeah, Rufus, what's up? Welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it. No, and I must apologize for coming on so late. You getting me?
Very late.
And we are working
Yeah.
to put our show on the news in Liberia to be on radio. So we got a lot of things coming here. So y'all need to send us stars and cash app because Rufus we got to air this thing here live on Love FM.
Yeah. Sorry for coming on
Yeah,
late
thank you,
due to
Teresa. Thank you. We appreciate you, Teresa.
sorry for
Go
coming on
ahead.
late due to the funeral of my mother, the mother of Prince
Oh,
Connie.
have my
Yeah,
sympathy.
Prince Cannon brother, you know that, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I know
Prince,
about that.
Prince Cannon, our yeah, not your brother.
Yeah. So I had it very, very difficult for me to beat the traffic, but at least better late than never. And thanks so kindly for all that you do. And happy belated birthday, Jojo. Yeah,
Thank you,
I
thank
saw
you,
you
thank you.
celebrating. You
Of course,
celebrated
I
in
did.
Grand Star.
Brother
The
Krista,
50th, the 50th birthday was in a Grand Star. Hey,
thank you.
Honey Bunch, how you
My
doing? Long
brother,
time.
what's up?
You you okay?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
fine. Bless God. Yeah.
that's good. So it's always good to be with you, and I appreciate all that you do. We'll look forward to having a slot given the team on Love FM by the special grace of God. With all of the consultation being done, it is certain that we will have that time
Rufus,
to.
hopefully I'll be in Liberia. Hopefully I want to come in Liberia this month or next month.
Hmm.
So I'll
Don't
let you
worry,
know when I enter.
that content trooper, she can just fly in and fly out, man. I won't be like Jojo, fly in, fly
I
out.
will let you know when I enter the crowd. I'm afraid to announce the day I'm arriving before my followers hold me down to the airport that I can't leave. So
Oh man, they gotta bring the
I'm kind
contact
of
too. They gotta bring the
I'm kind
contact
of
too.
worried.
Honey buns.
I'm kind of
Every
worried
we
if I
gotta
should
tell
tell
us
or
how to put
not
a trip
because
together.
I don't
What
want to
you
get
want?
stuck at the airport. That's my worry. I would love to see a lot of them at the airport, but the problem is, would I be stuck at the airport not
No, you
leaving?
won't.
That's my problem.
You won't be stuck. So Rufus, you want to read the last comment before we call it a quit, then you can give your. So y'all heard Rufus. Rufus said we are working on giving her a slot on Love FM where we air our show live on Love FM.
Yeah.
So Rufus, you want to read the last comment before?
We'll do it. Yeah, it is certain. We definitely do
You
by the
ain't hearing
special
me.
grace of
Oh,
God.
I said please read the last comment on the screen, Rufus.
Eh?
Please read the last comment on the screen.
Most people don't truly understand this whole child support thing, yet publicly speak about it. Each state child support payment is different. Please do research on this topic so you can help educate others.
Mm-hmm.
There are great men out here doing the right things, just the relationship did not work doesn't mean they
Yeah.
are
Dead.
dead.
Deadbeats.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Yes, and
deadbeats.
you're right,
And you're
Anthony.
so
We
right.
agree with you. You
Anthony,
are
I
so
agree.
right. Some women
Yeah.
will just take the men for child support because they're bitter, because they won't get
And they
back
will
at
just
them.
lie. Sometimes they will lie to
Mm-hmm.
get
Yeah.
what they want. And
Mm-hmm.
especially here in Minnesota, it's a women's and child
Yeah.
state, right?
Welfare
So
And
state.
if that
Yeah.
happen, and if that happen, don't ever get mad because the lady take you for child support to make you to stay away from your kid. Always stay in your kid's life.
Mm. Because you see, when you look at most of our celebrities like Shaquille O'Neal, his father abandoned him because of listening child support thing, and when he became a man, he came back. His son was like, "I don't know you," and look at Kevin Durrell, whatever. It's only his mom, and doing his how they call it. He said his mom is the real MVP. You don't see the parents. So, fathers, no matter the situation, just keep pushing. Your children will know that my father is in my life, or it's because my mom, my
Yep.
dad is not in my life. Just keep pushing. Being
just
the
keep being
father
involved.
that God has commanded you to be in the child's life. God say you are the head of the home. So if that marriage or relationship does not work, keep making your children to know that you love them. Just put in effort, and you will see at a certain age, the children will know. Daddy will understand you love us. What money problem? Yeah. Yes. So we'll start from the top from up here down to the bottom. Jojo, you will start from you, honey, next, Rufus next, and we'll give our closing statement, and then we will see you guys next week. Follow our page, like our page, give us stars. Go back, share this live video, give us stars, and we will put the cash app every time you come on. So go ahead, Jojo.
Well, I just want to say thanks to everyone for coming. I saw people participating. Like we said, this show is the table talk. We will come up with a topic and then we will switch to another topic because that's what happened on the table. And our audience, we are on. Just make a comment on there. We will still read your comment and we will discuss it. When you want to come on, you come on too. We will always put the link for you to come on. Let us all. Everything don't have to be something where we have to destroy one another. another. Let us do something where we can build one another up. So thanks for coming, and come on with your stars, your cash out to help us so we can get this platform to a better place, that we can bring the Liberian community or the African community out, where we can bring up something to empower one another. Thanks again, thanks again, thanks again. And those who all give us stars, thank you for the stars. Continue to give us stars. Continue to be supportive of what we are doing. Thank you and welcome. And then we see you guys next week.
Yes, thanks all of you for watching and engaging with us today. And I just want to say, to women, let's give each other or one another benefit of the doubt, especially when it comes to being wives and ex-wives. Um, whatever had happened in the past should remain in the past, and we should just think about the benefit that our inclusiveness and our unity is going to bring to our children. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to bring up young productive citizens for tomorrow, and by them knowing the importance of forgiveness and love and living in peace and unity, it will help to it will help their own future that's going to come after us. So if it didn't work out in your previous relationship, move on and just keep doing the right things that God have told us to do. Love one another despite of the things that we do to one another, because at the end of the day, our actions is going to be judged in the sight of God. And want to say thank you to all of you. Come, this is the place where you will hear about God. You will hear about um, important topics that is important topics that are affecting our daily life. So once again, you can follow me. I'm Evangelist Belinda Boyce Harris. If you want to follow my platform, please do so, and may God bless you. I have a blessed weekend.
It's always good to be with you, wonderful women of ideas. And I must say thanks as always. And I always say to us, we should own up to our mistakes in life. Like I always mention, there are two things in this life we always be remembered for: the problems we create and the problems we solve. And we must take responsibility of two things in our lives: our fortune and that of our misfortune. So let us make it a date, as always, Saturday, to form part of this unique show with great ideas and women of substance. Thank you.
And we say thank you guys for coming. It's always an honor to have you guys on. This is the Table Talk, and I am your girl, Moko Oloma Agu. Don't forget to follow, like, and share our pages, even our YouTube channel as well. And like Jojo said, you can invest in this platform for a worthy cause, and it's always an honor. If you have a topic and you are battling anything you need to talk about, just go in any one of us DM and ask us, and you are going to be anonymous, and we will talk about it. And if you want to be known, no problem, but we are here to mend, we are here to build, and we are here to fix our sister crowns when they are fallen. So that's what this table talk is about. And we love you guys with the love of God. It's an honor to have you. Have a peaceful and wonderful rest of your weekend. And this is the table talk again. I am your host, the one and only Muko Olomag. Thank you for watching.
Gather around, it's a place to be.